You know, it's only now that I've managed to calm this down and get the computer at the proper, loading speed and everything. I've probably confirmed that this particular room is just the worst for internet in the entire house because I was also downstairs in a different room and it was perfectly fine. Anyways, now that I've set that up, I've suddenly realized, oh, what a calm, serene piece of music I chose for this for this stream that is absolutely 100% going to clash with the FNAF content we're about to witness, so let's witness it. Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... So yeah, he always comes back. That's the joke. So, if people don't remember, one thing that I said, I think it was back in March at this point, was that a lot of the following Gacha reviews were going to be me checking out the stuff that got nominated for the Gacha Guild Awards. So that's what mostly has been, we've been doing in between all the pop stuff and whatever. And I think we're nearing the end of that portion. Not like the end of the entire journey, because obviously these are series, so we're going to continue them. But I mean the end of introducing new ones out of the nominations. I might have missed out a couple of mini movies, so I will check back just in case. But for now, I think this is the final one, ignoring that one series that's comprised entirely of music videos. I mean, and so would definitely not work for the purposes of these reviews, mostly because of copyright. So yes, Outburst is a. I just realized the he always comes back was for William Afton, not Michael. Yeah, never mind. Ignore what I just said. I should know. I once voiced this character. And my guests are here to confirm that for me, actually. So let's bring him in, I suppose, because FNAF is a lot like My Little Pony. Actually, it's nothing like that, but it has one thing in common, which is that I know almost nothing about it and require experts. So Emily and KW are here to help out.
Hello.
Hi.
And they involve animals, I guess.
I see.
That's about
yes.
it. Yeah.
I was just like dead silent because I didn't know if I was supposed to say anything after what you said.
Yeah, I don't really know. I think I'm sure we've got that covered. I was also kind of stalling for time because I forgot to download the video, and I think it's ready now.
Just like awkward silence, ka ka ka. And if you don't
What?
it's a K-pop song called "Awkward Silence" by Stray Kids. It's all about the awkward silence.
I thought you were. I thought you were like making that up now because of
No.
Aiden saying "caca" whenever awkward silence comes up.
No, it's like when it
It also
goes
kind of
to
sounds like that one song where it's like, "Well, you always lying," like that one. It sounds like that.
No, like before the chorus, it goes just like awkward silence, and you just hear a bird going ka ka ka, and it goes into the chorus.
I guess they must have tried with crickets, but they couldn't sample them because they were too quiet.
Probably.
Okay then.
But it's just such
Sure.
a silly, goofy song. I mean, like, just it's a good song.
It sounds like it. It sounds goofier than the most other K-pop songs that I've heard so far. It's not as good as most of the KW songs I've heard. Those are ridiculous, but as far as K-pop songs go, not so much.
No, it's such a funny, ridiculous song. It's like if you need like a laugh, definitely recommend listening to that song and watching the music video.
Fair enough. I don't think I've checked out any Stray Kids music yet, so I'll definitely do that. Speaking of checking stuff out, actually, Josh says I haven't seen Gamer by Xna. However, that I'm pretty sure I remember reviewing that.
I
don't know why, but like I can picture this because there was like the whole gaming competition. How I mentioned that was like almost had nothing to do with that at some points. There's the two characters who who one of them was training up to help her get better at the game, and we saw some actual visuals of like the fighter game and her improving over time. And then we actually met up in real life, and it was very obviously the person she was either against or competing with. That sounds very familiar to me. unless I'm thinking of a completely different a gaming thing. Well, okay, fair enough. I guess I'm thinking of a completely different gaming thing, but yeah, for some reason I thought it was that one. I guess I just Mandela affected myself. And yeah, I've definitely watched that Snub video. Yeah, I recognize the name for sure. I know I've covered the name, even if I haven't covered the game. Haha. Okay,
Yeah,
also I just realized I need to get my cable. So talk amongst yourselves. One room over. With better
internet. I was skimming the video. Yeah, you haven't seen it. So, guys, when I go bye-bye, you guys will probably need another guest because I didn't expect Jacob to fight me because I said I wish I could join, but I was like, you know what, I'll just get dressed early. If he needs a guest, if he needs to learn, I can be there for a few minutes. This is definitely awkward silence. You know what, Emily, how are you?
I'm good. I cut my hair today. It feels shorter, but absolutely the exact same at the same time, but it's also shorter. And it feels shorter, when it's in front of me, it looks longer. So I've just had an existential crisis about my hair for like 3 hours.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. You know, you're like, oh, what's happening with my hair? It feels shorter, but it feels long at the same time. So do you prefer short hair or long hair?
Long hair for sure. I'd look like a dopey cow with short hair.
I prefer short hair. It's easier for me to take care of it. Long hair, I get a headache.
It takes so long to, well, it actually dried pretty quickly today, but it used to take literally like 5 hours for my hair to dry, so I always have to like sleep with it wet so that it actually dries in time. It takes me like an hour just to wash my hair.
Oh god, I see.
She long, or she not anymore, but you know.
Yeah. Hello, hi, Fox Puppeteer. Jacob has vanished to the Shadow Realm for now. Don't know when he comes back.
This is my stream now. I still get to post a video on this channel. Do I know what I'm gonna do for that? Absolutely not.
Yeah, guys. You know, I will show up for the guys. Get my Misfits Book 1. Misfits Book 2 is coming out soon. Probably most likely next year, since I need to do final jobs. But yeah, there's that. And Club My Season 2 coming out this year. I just want to at least finish episode 2 before starting uploading episode 1 and 2. I feel like working on 2 episodes and upload those 2 set episodes would be good. I thought about doing all episodes, but yeah, I need to talk to Annie about that.
It was a bit more of a roundabout journey than I was expecting. Sorry about that. I was putting away a pizza. The best pizza for you and me. I don't know, something like that.
I had IHOP because they had the Sonic menu.
Oh, I finished Sonic Prime today, so I guess that's something related.
Ooh, nice.
Anyway, let's get started. We've got to go. Much like Sonic, we gotta get through this quickly.
Oh god, the music. Okay.
Yeah, so first of all, we have the disclaimer. So it's well, actually, the creator's name is Shadow something, actually, I think, which is even better.
God, Shadow's Glitch.
Shadow Glitch 0.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Well, we're off to a great start. Okay, so this is Shadows AU. No ships, so I guess that's worth of a warning, I suppose. Violent/blue. I'm kidding, it's small. There you go. Violence as Blood, FNAF is a horror game, so stuff is coming up that should be surprising, and minor swearing, which I have also mentioned in the title of this.
Yeah.
So there we go. We're all covered. So without further ado, on with the review.
And while this video plays, I'm going to find Josh. Just surprised that Minus shouted at me for saying Action House Conquest. I do not know how to feel about that because I do not like her one bit.
Ow.
Anyways.
My internet disconnected for a bit there. All I heard was I do not like her one bit.
I don't like Manny one bit. I'm sorry. I just think she's trash using AI. She's gonna steal stories. Not gonna lie.
AI, bro, what?
She apparently says that she is too lazy and she thinks using AI is okay. I say only using AI as a tool to help you just a little bit is okay. But using it to make your own full-on stories? 0 out of 10 for you. I'm sorry. Manny, you're trash.
Yeah, it's something that should be used to enhance, not replace. I mean, Shardy sort of gets away with bits and pieces because my understanding is that he uses it when he's like, missing out on like a couple of lines of dialogue, which is still iffy to me, but at the very least, you know,
It's
he's still attempting on his own
to do something like, yeah.
And I get and also I forgot what I was gonna say now. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what it was now. If I remember, I'll let people know. Anyways, yeah, video.
Yes.
Okay, so my immediate first complaint, actually, no sound effects for whatever glitching thing is happening right now. Because like, I mean, yeah, the music I would say is not the best choice in the world, but maybe we'll see in a second why it's kind of like this, or it's like this isn't coming as a shock necessarily to who I presume is Michael Afton. It's like, you know, this was inevitable. I'm now coming to terms with it. Therefore, music is sad. But if you're gonna have like a crackling smoke and something like that, at least like a sound effect to help out with that.
Mm-hmm.
Michael?
What is
Hmm?
okay? Weird design of Michael.
I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who this is. Yeah, I don't remember any FNAF
Enid.
characters that have
Enid.
Japanese
Enid.
stickers.
Okay.
Does Enid have
Enid.
Japanese stickers hanging from its ears?
No,
No.
but you know, just don't question it.
Jeez, Ender's
Okay.
design.
From what I
I
remember,
like it.
Enid's sort of like an amalgamation of things, right? So it's
Yeah,
sort of, I guess,
amalgamation
a little bit
of
disjointed.
the amalgamation of like basically all of like the Funtime animatronics.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Let's see. So they probably sound like very, very distorted then. What are you doing?
You sound like Gollum.
Nothing. Just thinking, I suppose. I forgot what voice I did for Michael back in the day.
Okay. Here's the thing with like that. Like, if you're gonna have a character with a hood, don't use like hair that's gonna come out of it or anything like that. That's the one thing that I have noticed that people have told me about, and so I've been trying to do that a bit better when using like the hood over the head. And
Yeah, like at least like the front and back hair they should be edited in some way in order to account for that. The rear hair can't be helped, but normally the hoods tend to account for that anyway because they can't be adjusted.
yeah.
Anyway, your thoughts are indirect. I can't read them. What's going on? I have no idea what Eden sounds like.
He doesn't have a voice. Like no, like in the
even
game.
better.
So yeah, you can.
Technically, it's babies for the like. So technically, it's like a female voice for like most of the game. Then
Okay.
technically, he doesn't have a voice, and then baby gets kicked out. He becomes Molten Freddy. So technically, it's Freddy's voice, like Funtime Freddy's voice. But he
great.
he has an alternating voice box, so it could like be anyone's.
But the question is, has Circus
like
Baby
Bumblebee,
got kicked out at this point? Because it looks like Ender is still with Michael. But again, this is also an AU, so we do not know for.
Yeah.
I know
it's an AU where party hats are not do not fit on people's heads.
I know Elizabeth and Circus Baby are like here as well as like separate entities. So technically Enid should be Molten Freddy right now. But you know, if you don't question it, it's fine.
Exactly.
Molten Freddy is
Hey, oh god, can we
I am
let's
afraid.
continue.
I've been thinking ever since my family lost their insane abilities. Is something heading my way now? You know, since I'm way stronger than them now. It makes me think a bad is coming. Oh no, not a bad. What will we do? Michael has kind of the same arc that like most of the Madrigal family had in Encanto. It's like, oh no, is it gonna happen to me next? Look how much Luisa's struggling.
Oh, Voxel criteria agrees with the hood part. That's good to know.
Yeah. This basically like looks as if the hair just tore through the hoodie. Very much so. Having strength isn't all negativity, Mike. You're strong in a way of dealing with the power you have. Just wake up and trying to control it. If you force yourself to do what you can't handle, you lose control, and you know that.
Mate, I'm not having this. You're done.
Do you want to voice Ennard?
You're done.
Do you want to voice Ennard with Baby's voice or something?
Oh God, I can't do Baby's voice. I can
try.
yeah, I can always try. Doesn't mean it's not gonna happen.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna know this, so chat. Let's see which Emily versus KW. Who does Baby's voice better?
Emily, you go first. You try.
Oh, right now? What?
I can make a poll for this. Actually.
What am I meant to say?
Anything.
I mean, you can read the line that's on screen right now. Is it pretend that it's Baby saying it? I don't know.
Oh, I was just gonna say her bloody counting line.
Just say I always come back in Elizabeth's voice. I don't know.
Elizabeth is just British. There's a difference between Elizabeth and Baby.
But Mira was just British.
Shut up.
Mira is British.
We don't talk it. No. Shush.
We don't talk about Mira. Nah, nah, nah.
She's a New York person who has a British accent.
You don't question it. Just don't question it, and it'll all be okay. Welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's, guys. Don't question it, and it'll all be okay.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Dolores, that basically Mira's mother is British. Our dad is an American. So she has the accent of her mother.
Did she grow up in New York? Because that doesn't make sense. Because you're not just going to manifest your mother's accent when you grow up in New York.
Yeah, I will say, since I grew up in the US until I was at first when I was learning to speak off of my British parents, so I had the accent going to school, and people definitely noticed. However, as children, I started through osmosis getting the American accent down, or at least the North Carolina accent it would be specifically, because I was going to ask oh, which American accent was it? Well, I guess that one. Then again, I was 7, so I could have got that wrong. Who knows? But yeah, basically, I had that accent going forward until going to Spain, and then eventually that kind of subsided until I started doing voices again. So yeah, most of the time it's it goes by majority and what you're mainly surrounded by, rather than just rather than just your parents. That's also probably why a lot of second generation immigrants will probably usually have the accent of the place that they grew up in, rather than the ones from their first generation parents most of the time. Anyway, the poll's ready.
But wait, but here's the question.
Yeah.
Was Mira born in the UK area before she moved to New York, or was she born in New York?
Didn't you just answer that question?
Wait.
I feel like you should know, KW.
You know what? Since Bond isn't here, I'm going to pretend to be Bond. KW, shut up about your lore. I'm sorry, Bond. I'm sorry.
That makes sense. Brooklyn, London. My name's Joey Wheeler. I'm from Brooklyn, Japan.
Okay, Emily, go, do your best, baby
Oh,
voice.
do I do this? Okay. Freaking hell.
You know what? I'm gonna put an ended line on screen. Anyway, your powers are gone as well, are they? Let's see. I hope lines are just no or something. Ah, there we go. Thank you. There we are. You both have a line now. Yeah.
I'm like trying to think of how to do baby's voice without saying her like actual voice lines.
That works too. That's how I tend to do. I tend to start like
Do
like
you
working
want
on
me to
character
go
impressions.
first, then, Emily? Do you want me to go first?
Just ask Ghosty. That's how I got down Russia's voice from Italia. Just by like watching like a clip and then immediately copying the line.
Do you want me to go first, Emily?
Do you know that I was on seance? It wasn't very long. It wasn't for very long. No, it was not for very long. I'm unsure, although most of my abilities just come naturally from the way I was made. That's not baby's voice. I don't know what this is. I don't know how to do this.
I can't give tips because I don't know what she sounds like. JW, go for it. It's your turn.
Oh god. Do you know why it's called the scooper room? Because, dummy, it's where they scoop things.
That's not the line.
No, but I think it's one of like her other voice lines, I'm guessing.
Yes! It's one of her voice lines!
God, it's incorrect, first of all.
If I mess up towards the end, then fine, but that's like the most of the line! That's what suggests!
You said the name wrong. You said the scooper room. It's the scooping room, first of all. Get it right.
Okay. This sounds like that one Rick and
Sorry,
Morty
I just
episode
like
with the
bullying.
decoys where they say the same lines, but they use like rough synonyms of each other. To show how similar they are to each other, and it's like, oh yeah, which one's the real ones?
It's fine. I just like bullying.
Why it's called the scooping room? Because, dummy, it's where you scoop things.
All right,
It's the room
chat,
where
get to voting.
Scooper.
Because the
Do you know
Scooper Trooper
why
lights
they
are
call
gonna
it the
find.
scooping room? It's because, dummy, it's the room where they use the scooper. Is that the line?
I think when
You're making me question the line, and I literally had it memorized.
I will look it up. Jeez.
Why do they call it the scooping room? Do they in fact call it the scooping room? I remember Michael sounding a bit British. Well, maybe that's part of why I got the role. I was
is British.
very confused at the time. I was very confused at the time, and Emily can confirm that.
Why they call it the looping room? It's because, dummy, this is the room where they use the scooper. Circus Baby, 2016.
Okay, there goes. Do you know why they call it the scooping room? It's because, dummy, this is the room where they use the scooper. I thought that would be obvious.
Real.
It was pretty obvious what you were going to do there.
I don't remember the numbers.
Look,
Okay,
well, here's the thing.
but Elizabeth's voice is so much easier. Actually, she does talk in Elizabeth's voice in Night 6. Because he starts going like,
I want the balloons that Circus Baby made. Why can't I go see her?
Daddy, I want them.
I'm
Daddy, we can make balloons. Have you seen her make balloons? Oh, Daddy, let me go to her. Daddy, she make balloons.
I'm surprised an animatronic can make balloons at all. Honestly,
She can
also
make
dance.
ice
She can
cream.
sing. She can make
dance.
ice cream.
She can sing. She even has a built-in helium tank.
Does she inflate the balloons through like an air pipe in like her actual mouth, or does it just like an extra accessory or something. It's like
Honestly, when I heard about she can make balloons,
She can make balloons out of her fingertips.
oh, okay.
She has
all
a
right,
built-in
then.
Yeah, I was
engineering
gonna
kit that can make
say.
balloons right out her fingertips.
Mhm.
Daddy isn't watching.
Elizabeth Afton.
Hey,
Wait,
where
what
are
was
the
that?
other kids?
William Afton.
Where's Elizabeth? Da da.
He just wakes up from a nap in the other room.
I didn't bring kids to work that. Where's Elizabeth?
Daddy, why won't you let me go play with her? Elizabeth Afton, her only discernible trait is that she's British and an idiot. I'm gonna get cancelled.
Okay.
Oh, Daddy, let me go to her. See,
Let me
Elizabeth
play with
is so
it,
much
Daddy.
easier.
Let me play with
Elizabeth
it,
is
Daddy.
so much easier. It's just a high-pitched British voice.
Okay, well, maybe I
Daddy, you see her? Why can't I go? Whatever the frick the
You know
line
what's
is.
funny? I have a weird theory that after the next or whatever, and you hear those like lines from Elizabeth Afton, I feel like that's Circus B like making me the memories or whatever to Michael Afton as he comes to like the work area of the sister location. It's I know Baby Brother's gonna come after me. I know Baby Brother's coming after me. I know it. She is right there in the live chat watching me coming up with this theory, and she's going to tell me, "Are you insane, KW? No, here is the real FNAF lore. I thought I taught you better, KW. We're in the FNAF group chat. I taught you the lore.
There's
Now
a
let me
FNAF group chat. Excuse you.
is that like you, BB, and Bon
Yes.
just fact checking each other?
I've never been more offended. Anyway, I thought like the Elizabeth.
They don't know you
thing
used to be
was,
called Emily the FNAF girl. Or maybe they forgot.
That's true. Actually, BB would have. She would have known me by that time, but the other two definitely not. Oh my god, that was a phase.
You were so new.
Yeah, we don't talk about that one. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about Bruno. No.
Also, nobody ever call me Emily the Little Nightwolf again. I've seen that on like 7 scripts in the past 2 days. Well, that's an exaggeration. I shortened the name for a reason, and I don't care if you add the VA part or not. But like, get rid of the other 2 words, please.
Yeah,
Really,
I
please.
add the VA part in the credits because you have asked me to link to that channel, so I want people, like look it up or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, Emily Nightwolf, because I've been saying for years it's way easier, just from a pure like SEO perspective. But
Emily Nightwolf. Ow!
Yeah, bro, I've just got that one song stuck in my head that's like, I'm the alpha, I'm the leader, I'm the one to trust. Y'all know that song, or am I on a demented?
Oh, but is it the OBO?
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I've never heard this song in my life.
Okay, well, Jacob got demented.
I was thinking of an entirely different song, but it's one in Spanish that you two will not have heard before.
Okay, Jacob, you have Disney Plus, right?
Yes.
Bro,
watch Zombies!
I watched all of Miraculous webisodes.
Zombies! Watch Zombies 1, 2, and 3. Please, if you do like Descendants, I hope you like Zombies. It's like the perfect rom-com series of, like, it's the best. And I'm so excited for the 4th Zombies movie because we're gonna have vampires.
You know, I remember because I think Zombies started in 2019 at the franchise, I believe. And actually, during like the days of like the musical Natasha channel, a lot of the songs that Natasha would sing would be from Zombies specifically. So I've kind of heard a lot of zombie stuff through osmosis because again, I was hanging out with Natasha and Jay at the time. So yeah, I'm not unfamiliar with it. At some point I did decide that when I got Disney Plus, I would go through like all the mainline Disney animated movies, but Zombies is live action, so maybe I can skip ahead in the queue for that one potentially. Anyway, I guess I think the poll has decided that that Emily was the better circus baby, so I'm going to end the poll now. And,
I knew it. I knew it.
Ew.
I
What
knew
is
it.
wrong with you people?
so I guess you get to continue in the voice.
Oh,
Go
Emily, you're
yay.
British! People are gonna love your British accent because you're more
Okay.
accurate! I'm terrible at a British accent!
I know I'm amazing. Isn't Sadie even British? Like, I know.
Yeah, is she like?
Elizabeth
Well, I
Taylor.
guess. Well, hold on. Didn't someone say that they're like Michael was or something? So that if they're
Michael!
siblings, they probably both are.
William
Michael,
and
William,
Elizabeth
and
Afton are all British!
yeah,
So then,
like
yes.
very clearly see, Father, it's me, Michael. My mate's a posh British kid. Let's be real here. Like Elizabeth is very like, Daddy, let me play with her, and then William's like, she has a built-in helium tank that can dispense balloons right at her fingertips. Like it's so obvious, but then I can't really hear the British accent in Circus Baby's voice.
Now I got why
Like,
you cast me as Michael. That was literally my typecast for a while. Was posh British. Yeah, no, but no, KW, like I know why you're reacting like that, but again, the reason that I started doing like a bunch of other different voices was because I was tired of playing that one part like over and over again.
to be fair, I always got typecast young British child. Ironically, I was a young British child.
Kawaii Chan voice, or doing a high pitched voice, or Kara's voice, or what I call a breathy voice, or this normal goofy KW voice. Blah 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 blah.
That's not a normal. That's not what a normal voice sounds like.
Okay, well,
I don't know how to do a high pitched voice without sounding like a 3-year-old. So like,
you don't sound like a 3-year-old.
This is why
You
you get
sound
cultist
like a
children.
6-year-old.
okay, then I'm a 6-year-old. God damn.
Still a child. So I mean, yeah, this is
Yeah.
why I get cultist children a lot. Yeah.
Wait, Baby Butter, are you still here? Cause you can join once I disappear and vanish right away.
I was gonna say, was she actually here? I mean, oh wait, no, yeah, I saw like one message from way further up.
She did ask to join originally.
I will
Okay.
send her the invite so she know that it's there. So when I vanish, she can join.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess let's continue. Let's see. So Phoebe's showing up. We better get a move on.
Yeah.
Such as, I'm going with posh British now.
Super high intelligence. I would guess electricity is still part of me because I'm an endoskeleton animatronic. But the power and flexibility with my wires, separate dimension sighting.
You know, this is going to be a bit of an unflattering comparison. This reminds me of Season 1 Fallen Angels. So, what can angels do? You never told me all your abilities. Well, let me just sit down, child. I will relay you a tale.
What was that?
Get the hell out of me.
Dimension what now?
My red eye.
It's like the crystal from Rick and Morty that sees all of Morty's potential deaths.
Bro, I was just thinking of 2018 Gacha, where as if your OC had a red eye, they were like almighty and powerful and had a dark side. I must say, I was very guilty. I was so guilty. No one.
You
no
better
one
hurry
up.
I'm coming like Sanji's after SpongeBob fetching Sonic Technique. Well, technically, I actually ran for you to like hop in now, so I can actually leave. Please.
I mean,
join.
You can leave at any moment. We don't have to have 2 guests all the time.
KW, go away. You're done. Sorry, that's rude. I can't say that. Just kidding. I love.
It is when I gave you a voice acting. How dare you, Emily?
Yeah, and I got to cry.
Next day you see an announcement. Next day you see an announcement. New voice available. Mira from Secrets of the Flags.
That's it. I quit. I quit Komai. You can find a new Fiona. I'm done. Sick of you.
First episode. I'm joining you, Anna. There you go. Character done. Character gone.
Yay! Character death.
Yeah, guys.
episode.
Spoiler for season 2. Fiona dies.
Watch that actually happen now, and it's just like one-off joke, and then like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, POV, Aiden and KW gave me access to the script.
Oh, well, I mean, well, technically they gave me access too, but unlike you, I didn't read episode 7 early, so.
I excuse you. You're done. You're done. I'm firing you from a voice acting project that hasn't even come out yet, and I haven't confirmed that the voice is going to be you. But you're already fired.
I'm just not going to be Michael anymore.
It's not even Michael. His name's Hudson, and I want to murder him.
That's me,
You
Hudson
want to
Afton.
murder everyone.
I'm the
You
new
want to murder
character.
everyone. Let's be
Technically, anyway, let's not talk about that series. Watch it when it comes out eventually on Emily Nightwolf VA.
Yeah.
Or,
And I'm
might
just
take a
going
while.
to vanish. Oh no,
Okay.
Ender has kidnapped me. It's going to use me as a body. Oh no.
Get in the escaping room, mate.
Anyway, BB's here.
All right, KW, you're cut off.
You're done.
We're not racking up the tab anymore. Also, yeah,
Oh.
Hudson is from Fazbear's Frights, was in the FNAF 3 retelling, and is implied to be the replacement to Michael. Either that or he's a parallel to
That's
Michael,
me,
depending on how you
Hudson
do that.
Afton. I was right.
That is one of the only Fazbear Frights in book stories that I consider a separate universe, since it directly contradicts things, but I am still able to take Hudson and consider that the protagonist, since we don't actually have a confirmed protagonist. So, whatever.
I'm gonna make
Alright.
his last name Afton just to.
BB's
Well-
like the Friends theorists who are trying to figure out who the main character of Friends was based on.
Well, Hudson did have an abusive dad, and that's part of why it's arguably, is he Hudson or is he a parallel of Michael? Unclear. But
Well, why would
Michael
having
has
an
enough
abusive dad mean that
parallels. He
wouldn't
does
be
not need
Hudson?
more.
well, because Hudson's not in the games, unless you believe that the book is telling you that he's in the games.
Okay.
But he has various aspects related to Michael as well, right? Abusive dad, related to fire. Springtrap even is able to like modulate like his dad's voice for some reason. That's never explained. So I don't know. Is Michael or Hudson?
Maybe Emily was right, and Springtrap was actually two people after all.
Well, okay, technically, right?
What?
You have.
Oh wait,
you
no,
have-
sorry, it was the other way around. It was because it was that William and Glitchtrap appeared like together with each
Oh,
other. Or something. Never mind.
no.
Well, yeah, because
Gosh.
you have William, and then you also have the Mimic, both of which take on the form of Springtrap at one point.
Well,
I
I mean,
thought you were just about
if
to
you're,
say
if you're looking for an
Mimic is
explanation as to
really,
why,
Oh, actually,
Springtrap can
actually,
emulate a
3.
voice.
3. I
If
take that back.
you're looking for an explanation to why Springtrap can emulate a voice, surely a character called the Mimic that might also adopt that form would probably explain that.
Oh, don't! I never thought of that. Oh,
Mercury.
A whole new world. That, chronologically speaking, the Mimic would be around at that time.
Is this like when I mentioned the Cold War and it just set you in a spot?
Maybe. Whatever. We don't have time for me to really dig into that during this stream, but I'm definitely looking into that. Oh no.
Okay,
could
yeah,
be a
you are right.
possibility.
You are right. We should get a move on actually, because yeah, we're still on scene 1. Yeah, this was about your power, Michael. Well, you just brought up something I never heard before. My power is nothing. What's this dimension sighting? It means I can see into other AUs, including the canon source material.
I have access to the fanverse. I have a direct link to Flumpty, the egg that is beyond all space and time.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! Look at that! The premiere of this video is showing us some interesting comments. Thank you, thank you, person, for the super chat. What super chat comments? Are we in a YouTube video? Anyway,
Man, DC's done that bit so many times.
I mean, I'm sure that Marvel has too. With hasn't Deadpool responded to people directly before?
Well, sure, that yes, but DC goes into detail about like how in various forms our Earth just exists out there in the multiverse for various reasoning.
Marvel should have like a modern a modern Deadpool comic that is just Deadpool responding to Reddit theories about himself, and that's the entire issue.
They had a interactive Deadpool comic a few years ago, I think, actually.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
pretty
then.
close.
All right.
I can see things people wouldn't normally be able to see through my red eye.
Such as?
That's something very random, and how long have you been able to do this?
Also, Eleanor. Eleanor takes on the spring of the fallen spring trap. So 3. Forgot about that.
Well, we already knew Eleanor could shift into people.
Yeah, she's a little. She's people.
We
It's still
stand
kind of a
Sarah.
monster, but yeah,
Alright.
Eleanor's our little shape-shifting demon from FNAF Hell, whatever that's called. I still really want them to explore what hell is in that universe because I'm really interested. Because you have Flumpty, you have Consequences, then you have Joy of Creation, which is a fanverse game, but those also involve demons, and now you have like main stuff where it's Eleanor's. I really want to see Scott really go into detail about what hell is like in that universe.
Yeah, considering this, you have to deal with eternity, maybe the game could be called, All the Other Nights or something like that. The rest of his nights or something like that. Endless Nights. There we go. Yes, perfect.
That would work. That's been used as a fan game a few times, though. I don't know.
Ooh. Aw.
I'm
unoriginal.
It's just like a ROM hack that you just constantly recycles FNAF 1 and just RNGs everything for the rest of time.
You say that, but the lines between game and reality are really weird in the FNAF multiverse.
Okay,
that's part of my timeline. It'll get there eventually.
It was more of a programming idea, but yeah. Anyway, if you leave, I will smite you. I know you want to, because you are staring right at the door. What's so wrong with telling me? I'm impressed you were able to. Well, I guess the smudge of the blue eye was probably a giveaway, but yeah, the red eye kind of stayed still.
I've had this ability for a while now, just never mentioned it because there was no reason to.
There's no reason. Well, okay. Well, I was
never came up in conversation. You know how it goes.
I was about to complain, but this exact thing happens in a book. Okay. Funny. First Fazbear's Fright book. Oswald. He has no idea who he has a great story, actually. One of the only books in the Fazbear Fright series that's actually good. But in the very beginning, we see Oswald drawing like almost exactly the Fazbear animatronics. Here's the thing: he doesn't know anything about that brand, the characters. He doesn't know a thing. He's literally doodling, and they make a point to specify this, and they never address how he knows what these characters look like, despite never once seeing or even hearing about them. As a matter of fact, crazy. He never brings it up. No one ever mentions it past the opening pages of the book. It's like, oh yeah, Eleanor, shape-shifting demon, big spring trap thing, past time travel and all that. I'd like to know how he knew about all this before he ever should have.
Yeah, I had the same issue with Sonic Prime. At one point, there is spoilers for Sonic Prime Season 3. A character called Nine, who eventually, for different reasons, turns on Sonic and then makes some robots to simulate his friends, and he has to fight, you know, versions of his friends and whatever. But then I thought to myself, hang on, has Nine actually met these people? Because I mean, he met like a version of Knuckles and Rouge before, very briefly, and the version that he has of Amy does not match because he has the hammer. It's like, but she didn't have the mallet or hammer when he met the robot version. So why? And it was like, just now that there was just, I was like, oh my gosh, there's all this escalating. The tension is rising so much. Hang on a second.
Yeah,
I can't turn off the
weird.
review even when I'm watching something casually.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
I'm hoping they explain that in either the Into the Pit game or the upcoming interactive novel. Did you hear about that, Emily?
No.
So they have an interactive novel adaptation of Into the Pit, and it is coming out December this year. It's called Return to the Pit, though, which automatically gets me really suspicious for a retelling, because it's like, what's he returning to? But it's also 25 endings, which makes sense. But
maybe the first character used to belong to the pit or came from the pit and therefore is returning to the pit in the story.
Well, no, that's the thing. They specify that it's still Oswald and stuff. Like I wonder if maybe there's one ending where you follow like the main book, and then the others are like, hey, he goes back, or he's in a time loop or something like that. If we really want to get crazy, the author of it is like a something Udgering Crest. I don't know. They're the author of the Bendy and the Ink Machine books. Time loops are pretty common in Bendy. Could be a coincidence, probably is. But if we really want to get stretchy, also add that to the long list of Scott's legion of female authors. He hired one male author for the first interactive book, apparently.
Okay.
And then that's it. I'm pretty sure the only male authors in all the FNAF books is Scott himself and this one guy in the first interactive book. 40 plus books. 2 men. Never let anyone tell you Scott doesn't like women.
All right. That was information, I suppose. Anyway, being able to see things we can't is a very useful thing. It's a very useful engine. What have you possibly seen? Okay, that kind of implies that you're kind of like underplaying the fact that you could see anything, rather like, what could you possibly have seen that would be important? It goes against what Michael just said, like right now.
It's giving with Freddy suddenly being able to see Vanny with Roxy's eyes, the fact that Roxy would have been able to see Vanny, and sometimes that just seems really weird to me, why she wouldn't have mentioned that, and then I remembered she was literally being corrupted.
Do any of the animatronics have X-ray vision?
Roxy.
Yeah,
oh,
Roxy does.
There you go.
Vanny's weird, because, hang on.
Okay, Vanny's weird. Good to know.
Vanny's weird because technically Roxy, until you give Freddy's eyes to... Oh god, the music changed. That scared me. Because Roxy... But Gregory, in theory, there's just like no reason for why he should be able to see Vanny. Freddy can't see Vanny. The other animatronics, minus Roxy, and Freddy until when you give her eyes, shouldn't be able to see Vanny. They don't see Vanny. And then Gregory's over here, glitching vision and all, which was like the main point for Robo Gregory theory. The fact that his eye, like the vision starts glitching like a TV screen whenever Vanny appears, and yeah.
It's going to be really yeah. I've actually had that same thing happen to me in real life as a child, and like once as an adult as well. So yeah, maybe I'm a robot secretly.
Damn. It's almost like the darkness of our regular world.
How's that dimensional seeing then?
If I look at you through my red eye, all I see is your power. And I've actually seen your insane side a few times, just roaming around, but still close to you.
I thought that guy didn't have free will. He's not supposed to be able to leave my mind, Ennard. Maybe that dimension is your mind. Or he enters it. It's not actually you. I don't...
Calm yourself. It's not that type of roaming. His physical body is still in your mind, Mike. It's his consciousness that gets out. When he's out, he is like a ghost. Can't do anything.
Can we analyze that sentence for a second? His physical body is still in your mind. How does that work? I have questions. Does his brain like make a room, like a gap or something for a tiny human body or something? Just trying desperately to be like, is it like no? He's like Plankton with the like gearbox and controlling SpongeBob. That's how he manages to control Michael sometimes.
Hi, Bon.
Okay. Can a person's body inhabit a human brain physically in the FNAF universe? Like not possessing them, physically being. The golden argument would have been a very different video on Emily's channel if that were the plot. They'd just be like wedged in between like different like clots of brain or something, all trying to fight for space.
They were in an animatronic. That is different.
Okay, fine. They'd be like tangled in wires. Sure.
Technically, that is also in the books. The Stitch
What, they'd be
Rave.
tangled in wires?
No, the Stitch Rave. The idea of two people being able to share the same animatronic body came from the Stitch Rave sort of story at the end of each book, because the two kids, Andrew and the other one's name, whose I can't remember, share like the Stitch Rave's body. The other kid whose name I can't remember like controls like the top half and can see out of it. Andrew at the bottom, who's like the books stand in for Cassidy technically, but like yeah, he's like the bottom, but he controls where they walks, but he can't see anything.
Okay, yeah. Well, I actually had heard about this because one of the few FNAF theories I've watched of Matt Pat's was actually about the
Noah.
Stitch Wraith. Okay, there we go.
Is that where the fan name for Ennard came from, Noah? Because that was the human, like, Ennard's soul name for, like, a really long... I think it's still his soul name. Because it was Chris and Noah, and then it became Evan and Noah, and now it's just whatever and Noah. Is that still a thing? I don't watch FNAF Gacha anymore.
Yeah, it's almost like it's almost like not identifying your central characters makes it very confusing for the fan base to engage with.
Well, and it doesn't technically. So Noah came about because of the Mike X Ennard chip. Noah came about so that it wouldn't be incest, because okay, so Elizabeth possesses baby.
Yeah.
Elizabeth and Michael are siblings. Ennard is part of Elizabeth, and Elizabeth's soul controls Ennard for like a bit until the others kick her out to get control. But then he becomes Molten Freddy, and it's not Ennard anymore. So for it to be Eddie? I've been reading too much Blood Brothers, mate.
That's the opposite. They're revealed to be siblings.
So for Ennard to still be Ennard, it would need to be Elizabeth in there, which just means it was incest. So to fix that, they made a soul for Ennard because oh my god, it's too late for this. Because
I was gonna say, yeah, like incest would imply that, it's like, their child or something. If it's a fusion, that's a fusion. I feel like that's probably very different, I imagine.
Yeah, but the others don't canonically have souls, so it was free will AI and a child soul. X, a full-grown adult who is her brother.
So now instead of just being of also being incestuous, it is just still an adult and a child. Fantastic! What a way to like put a band-aid on a open gash. Like it's not going to fix everything.
I don't know. I just remember Noah. That's all I know.
How goes the headache? Is it present? Yeah, it's getting there.
Welcome
We're
to
on
Five
scene
Nights
1,
at
by the way.
Freddy's. We don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. In other words, we're all a mess.
So, by the way, body does not the inside brain. Yeah.
What do you
Alright,
have
there
to
we
say, Ep.1? Please inform me. Please present me with this information.
Is it gonna? Do you have any like lines pending or something? Because that might be it.
No, because I submitted those. Because I had
Oh,
to
okay.
redo them on my phone. Because it was
Right.
better audio quality for Bond that way.
First time I've heard someone say their phone quarterly was better. Fair
Yeah.
enough then.
The answer is yes. What, for the thing that we've been talking about for a while, or is that for a different thing? I'm quite tired right now. You're going to have to specify. Sorry, I've just realised my accent's kind of just...
I'm back.
it's-
Sorry.
I'm
it's
also
very
thinking of what I said
heightened.
when I said in KW stream yesterday about rom-coms, and I was just like,
Oh,
the
yeah, for
answer is yes.
yeah, for thing. Okay, cool.
Great. Okay. We found out that Insane Michael is plankton. That's all you missed.
Oh, I forgot to read it. Calm yourself, bro. Oh, God. Calm yourself. It's not that type of roaming. No, wait, I did read this.
Yeah, you read this
Oh
one,
my
yeah.
God. I'm
This was the
actually having an
plankton thing.
aneurysm.
Okay, now it's different.
Why do you think I've refrained from telling you this ability? You overthink too much. I've been experiencing this dimension for a while now. If I knew something was truly wrong, I would tell you.
I mean, you can just have a casual conversation about it. Sorry, it's just odd to suddenly hear this from you now. By the way, I like minor detail, but I like how the mouth is like completely blackened out. So that's a lesser known editing technique in Gacha. Also, since we're talking about background details, Michael, you might want to get your wall fixed. You're gonna like a choke on a piece of chipped wall in your sleep or something. Anyway.
Back to you. You said you were thinking about your power. Did something happen?
No.
Michael, I want the truth.
Well, you're one to talk. You didn't tell about your eye for months.
Real.
That is the truth. Nothing has happened. At least not yet. If something was bad, I would tell you. Who does that sound like? Depending on how old Michael is at this point, he might still be a bratty child. You never know.
About 40 when he died, at least.
Oh, okay then. Well, I mean, he looks alive to me, barely, but he looks alive.
Wait, what?
He is very much not, I can assure you.
Wait.
Okay.
Like in the series or in the actual franchise?
Oh, Michael's voice is way deeper apparently. I was just told posh and British, and also that he was, and also I guess child. So
You're
right,
kind
then.
of doing the voice you did for Teenage Mike for me.
Yes,
Although by
well,
now
exactly.
he's in his mid-40s and probably dead.
Oh yeah, no, my adult Michaels has an incredibly deep voice.
I think I might be dead.
Father, it's me, Michael. I can't do. I don't know.
Yeah,
well,
okay, Kermit.
then. I can absolutely do this voice.
Well, see-
Father, it's me, Michael.
Well, see, that's the funny thing. You were told posh. I don't think he
no.
actually did have a posh accent, which is weird because William has a British accent, but only in certain versions.
That's
I fixed it now. Is this better?
Actually, that's
improve it?
closer, yeah.
yeah, that is. But then, in like sister location and stuff, Elizabeth is very British. But then William is
Sure.
also so British. It's like
Yep.
she can balloons right at her fingertips, and then
No, you're
he
totally
gets
right.
to-
Yes, Michael isn't though.
He is.
Oh,
No, it wasn't.
that's why her voice is so much higher because
Father,
all the helium
it's
from the
me,
balloons.
Michael.
Yeah, I definitely remember the voice. He wasn't British.
Yes, he was.
There's no, I don't think so.
I think so.
I'm gonna recheck that line because I don't think he was.
You recheck
Okay,
that line.
I
Also,
will.
people, you have a question while you check that.
Sure.
In what versions does William not have a British accent?
I don't remember them ever mentioning a British accent in the books.
Bon agrees with me. No
I
one
don't remember
asked
them
about
ever.
the books, mate.
They never
Sorry.
mentioned the accent, therefore it is not there.
Okay, fine. If you want a direct confirmed, it doesn't have a British accent. The film American as can
Okay.
be.
Yeah, that's because it's that's the.
I'm sorry that I know my FNAF.
Anyway,
Yeah, and Vanessa doesn't sound anything like she does in the game, therefore it's all decanonized. Sorry, I'm a bit tired.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm listening to these lines. He's not British.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
no, Michael's not British. I just heard it.
Yes, he
I'm
is.
taking. No, he isn't. Go
Yes,
back
he
and look at the
is.
lines because I just did. He's
I
not
will
British.
go back and look at the lines. He is British.
Okay. No, he's not.
You know what? I too will look this up just for the sake of comparing, because like I normally said, whenever I tend to put on a voice, I tend to look up the person. So let's see, Michael Afton voice lines. Oh, okay. Comes up with like web novel voice lines. That's not what I'm looking for, but useful. Thanks Google. Okay, here we go. So sister location, Michael Afton, all voice lines.
Yeah,
HD
that's the one I pulled up.
720p 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
That
the
is
exact one I
such a
pulled up.
British accent.
No, it's not.
I did
Okay.
it. I found it. No one, no.
You're
When have you
getting
ever
more
heard an
British
American?
than its actual lines are.
Yeah, okay, you say it then.
Okay, fine. Hold on.
It's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be. Yeah, this does sound British to me as well, actually.
Thank you.
Father, it's me, Michael.
That doesn't
In fact,
sound no.
I did it.
All.
I found it. It's right where you said it would be.
Yeah.
That's
They were
not
all
British.
there. The all is where it really comes in. They were
Yeah,
all
that's not
there.
British
Like,
because you're not
yeah.
doing the accent that he has.
I think you guys are crazy because I'm listening to it.
I think you're crazy. There is 3 against 1, mate. Bon agrees. Jacob
That's
agrees.
great. That's fine. I'll fight 3 against 1. That's not British.
Well, it is British.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
I'm
It's
gonna
just
continue listening
slow.
to see if it goes.
It quite frankly is.
Okay,
not
well, if
British,
it's slow, then I'm gonna change the playback speed. I'm gonna put it at 1.25%.
To be fair, it was slow in the actual game, so I don't know how accurate this bit is. But sure, yeah.
Well,
He
let's
could just be a
see.
slow talker, but yeah.
Take your bongos and accept the
I
truth.
did accept the truth. It's not British.
Okay,
Mm.
the I put her back together again. Back together. That does sound like a little bit more northern than the southern British accent that's there before, but it's still very much could be the same. But yeah, that also is more similar to American. So that one line I can sort of see. The rest of them not so much.
The only one that I can even possibly think of as British is whenever he says father. And that's it. Everything else is American.
What about the all
No.
thing?
In which line?
The one
Did
oh
I find it?
they were all
there. Here.
They were all there.
No, he just has like a higher pitch whenever he says all, like in the middle.
No.
Well, no, the emphasis there, but yeah, but regardless of that, of the pitch or not, you can be like, they were all there, like the ah, that's more American. They were all there. They were all there. A little bit different.
Right? Yeah, all there. Yeah, that's
They were all
American.
there. No, it wasn't.
Were you
If
hearing
one of that
the
knew what Bond's
O?
accent was, I would think the opposite. But
They were
I
all
don't hear
there.
the O. I hear an A.
They were all there. All.
Oh. Oh, yeah. No, that's an A, not an O.
what has this become?
Recognize.
What have we learned today? Slow slow voices sound more American to BB than British ones.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it sounds American to me.
I think you. I think maybe. I think maybe
Definitely doesn't sound like he lives
visit
in
Newcastle.
Utah, but it sounds American.
I mean, that is definitely yeah, definitely not Utah. Again, I would definitely say more. I would say let's say southern, maybe a little bit further towards the north. I'm not good at UK geography because I studied American geography instead at that age. But whatever's in that region is where I would guess he was from.
You want to know a fun
Yeah.
fact? I just looked up the voice actor who confirmed Scott chose him out of a hall of audition for the British accent.
Oh, okay.
Where was this?
Impression.
Where was? You know what?
It's on
Cite
the
this.
Five Nights at Freddy's Reddit, where he literally
yeah, 'cause
goes,
that's-
"I am PJ Hayward, voice actor for those Michael and William."
You know what? I'm
Afton."
PJ Hayward too. Here, let me see.
I am PJ Hayward and I
Afton
confirm
was
this
official.
message.
He's got his official account.
Okay, also, while we're on the subject, you know how Shorts remix the videos all the time, and then you have that in the description of YouTube videos now. The first one of those is a gacha, so I think someone just
No, he voices William.
own
That's
version
why
of,
he was chosen as William.
Yeah, and William definitely has a British
Oh
accent.
yeah, William has a British accent. I'm not denying that. That's super British.
And
Yeah.
I guess
don't
this does
see
go back into
why.
what I said about second generation immigrants going up more with the accent where they were surrounded with. This is what should happen anyway. Whether or not it did is what we're really trying to determine here.
Yeah, William has
Consider-
the accent. Michael doesn't.
Yes, considering William has the accent, why would he not, for his son, also do some sort of
I
British
don't know. I
accent?
stopped questioning it a long time ago.
Well, maybe you should re-question it because you're wrong.
No, because it's not British.
It is British.
It's not British.
It is.
It's not.
Okay, why would his sister and his father be British and Scott goes, "Oh yeah, let's do an American accent for this one"? No.
The father I
I don't
can
know. Why
understand.
why is part
is a
of
bit more
Springtrap's
suspicious,
body
actually.
look one way and why does it look like a noodle like skeleton in FNAF 3 and suddenly has a big old brain in FNAF 6? I don't know because Scott's inconsistent.
But he's only ever changed one part of the
One retcon, only one.
continuity. Yeah, exactly. Oh well. I acquired the gacha version of the Michael Afton voice lines. So let's just see. I'll put the for the sake of the chat. Let's see what they think.
It's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be.
Yeah, the found also sounds more British to me than yeah.
They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you.
I'm also very drunk right now. I'll call you again once my buzz has subsided.
Again, Bon, I don't know where you're hearing the O. That's an A. It's clearly all there, not all there. What are you talking
At
about?
first, they thought I was you. It's so British.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
As much as my accent is quite pronounced at the moment, I can very much assure you it's British.
I don't
Even when
hear
I say it
British.
is British. Well, it is.
You know,
I
this
disagree.
might
BB's
this might just be
accent,
the shiny
yeah.
effect. This might be the shiny effect. You know how shiny sounds American to most people, but
Does he?
Shiny.
apart from to
I
actual
don't
British
know about
people,
that.
yeah, apart from to actual British people, he sounds American to a lot of them. So
No, he didn't. No, he-
well,
he's
okay, perhaps not to
clearly
you, but
British.
it has happened for other people. Most people when they meet him think he's
That is
Okay.
again because he's from further north than we are.
He definitely sounds British to me.
yeah.
Great,
Even,
I'm glad. I'm just saying that in general, that's the consensus. Because
I mean, well,
at the start of the Mutant Girl cast, again, I changed the region for everyone. I didn't tell Shiny about any of that, and people didn't even guess he was British for some time. So
That's crazy to me.
yeah, well, it's about as this conversation about Michael apparently. But anyway, at least if any good came out of this is that I now have a better reference for what he sounds like. Where's the episode? Here it is. And because of the restream update, Emily doesn't know this yet, I can actually fast forward properly. So
oh my god,
yoink. Yeah,
it's a bloody miracle.
it really is. I think we're about somewhere here. Yeah, we are. Okay.
Do you want me to read it again?
Oh, okay. I don't know if you read it or not. No.
Michael, I want the truth.
That is the truth. Nothing has happened. At least not yet. We shall all find salvation in the one true God together.
Which is either an egg or consequence. One of those is significantly cooler than the other. It can
Yeah.
shapeshift though.
True. Yet, what do you think is going to happen? Why have I gone very British? And who is this person in chat?
I don't recognize the username. I'm gonna have a go at pronouncing this name. Yoelma Peixoto, I think. Something like that. Pretty sure. Anyway, tell me if I butchered that, please. And okay, I'm glad that you enjoy the videos. Anyway. And you, Bon, I'm glad that you also enjoy them. Oh. I feel fine, but it's been blinking all day. Is that supposed to be an indication of something?
He's not as purple as I would expect.
Well, again, why I
Illusion
thought, he looks alive at the moment. But also, yeah, is he like, is that like a monitor of his condition or something like that that's supposed to be blinking? It's a
What
nice
city?
effect and all. I'm glad that's in there. Very like, if other people could see like an intermittent thing in Gacha, like
What's
to
it
see that. But also, what?
Actually, you know what? Question: is this set before or after the FNAF 6? Not FNAF 6. FNAF 6 location mini games.
after.
Okay, yeah. What's it monitoring then? He's an empty skin suit.
Technically,
Wouldn't he
Hey,
be more purple
mostly
than if that was
empty
the case?
skin suit with metal shrapnel that he's clinging on to life to.
Wouldn't he be more purple if that were the case then?
Yes, he's completely purple by this point. At least it should
No.
be.
Oh, okay, hold on. So, okay, apparently he's making is wearing a a broken illusion disc makes parts of him look better. That's probably why
Okay.
he doesn't look purple right
Yeah.
now. It's part of the illusion.
Okay.
He chose to hang a Japanese they have these sticker off the side of his side of his ear then through his hoodie from this illusion disc.
Actually, wait, hold on. Okay, then other question.
Program that one.
Wait, other question then. Why? That's Innard, right? That's like classic Cislocation Innard?
Yeah.
It's
Why-
a version of Edit for sure.
Why doesn't Innard see him as more purple, though? Because the illusion
Actually,
discs are.
because Ennard's red eye, I don't know if you were here for this part, can see through dimensions apparently, but actually through his red eye he can see he can see Michael as purely purple because he sees his power. That's how he phrased it at least.
Well, yeah, but like the illusion
Jesus
discs,
Christ.
the illusion discs have like a baseline illusion, but they also look how one perceives them, right? So in like the twisted ones, the antagonists are almost like book versions of the nightmare animatronics, because the characters had already dealt with the actual animatronics in the previous ones, so they saw them as monstrous. Ennard was inside of. That's the reason he should look this purple.
Well, within an old
Puked him out.
Gacha FNAF logic, I remember like back in like when all the 24 hours stuck in a room sort of thing was going on. The excuse for Michael not being purple was that Ennard could go in and out of him as he pleased. Whenever Ennard was out of he would go completely purple. That was until for us when illusion discs got brought in. Eventually, Michael just started wearing an illusion disc, but he never fully it never fully went away. We used illusion discs to explain a lot
as
of
evidenced by this
things.
giant gash in his stomach where the claw went into him.
Yeah, what a
I
lousy
believe
illusion disc that is. Cover that part up at least.
Shadow's Glitch has been around a very long time within the community. I believe the
But
current
also open this up by saying, "Oh, hey, this is my AU, so it's not going to match everything." I'm
within
not sure how that experience went.
I'm pretty sure that I think this is current because this is not how their gacha designs used to look. I remember those very vividly. I believe it takes part from old sort of gacha FNAF theories, which is partly the reason why Ennard is here.
Does that mean we're going to see Clara later?
Quite possibly, although I don't
sweet
believe
Jesus.
she was ever called Clara for Shadow's Glitch. She might have been originally, but I believe that
Clara
changed.
in the first place.
No, she
Yeah,
was called Aisha in the original dub. That's a reference to yesterday's stream. People who were here yesterday will get that one.
I still very much want to see Mrs. Afton in the movie at some point, just so we can at least see what she looked like.
Yeah, maybe
possibly
get a name
gets a
tag
name.
like
Yeah.
I'd like an appearance before a name, though, I think.
Why not both?
I would take both, but if I had to pick one or the other.
Okay, then yes, that makes sense.
This is FNAF. I'm not assuming they're going to give me everything that I need,
Yeah, look, unlike Aiden, we're not exactly picky if characters don't state their names or like immediately. But I did say before that not giving characters names also makes something confusing for the fan base. When it's like random gacha extras, and that's something. But when it's the wife of your main antagonist ish sort of, then yeah, you probably want to at least give people something.
For FNAF, it's somewhat important because they never really dive into this, but it's vaguely implied that Afton may have had an affair at some point. Which, if that happened, then I'd like to know the two ladies.
Oh, are they going to pull one of these kids is in Mrs. Afton's or something?
Oh yeah, it's because this is where everyone gets Clara from. It's because in The Immortal and the Restless, the show that we watch the end of every night in its location, where it's like a clear pastiche of William and William and Mrs. Afton. The whole gag is like a classic old timey soap opera, except William is a deadbeat dad or whatever. Sorry, Vlad is a deadbeat dad or whatever, and is trying to walk out, and the wife is trying to divorce him, and they also have a baby who's a vampire and everything, and Vlad keeps on being the baby isn't mine. And then it's just obvious.
Doesn't that imply that she had the affair and not him?
Powdered milk.
He was he was sleeping. He's up.
Okay, but BB, doesn't that imply that if the baby isn't his, that'll imply that she had the affair and he didn't?
No, because
No,
it's
but
very
the-
obviously related to Vlad. He's
Yeah.
lying.
She
She
just
knows that Vlad
Why
cheated
would
on
that
her,
be the
and he
lie
won't
then?
admit it.
Oh, right, okay. He's trying to say like, oh, well, you're no better. I know who you. I know the way you look at Henry Emily or whatever the equivalent is in this
Man.
random thing.
God. No, but yeah, it's essentially he has this kid, and Clara's like, "Hey, this is obviously yours. I hate you. I need you to like better yourself." And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't my kid. No clue." And the kid is like flying around and turning, as Emily just referenced, his like bottles into dust, and it's like,
his teachers
well,
have to get him off
This
the
was the
ceiling with a
girl who
broom.
claims that I am the one, but the kid is not my son.
right? There was one gag I forgot what it was. He like slept like he was like sleeping on the fan or whatever, and Vlad is like upright or upside down. It's like, man.
I know you work the graveyard shift at the something.
Yeah, that's right. Where she's like, at least pay your child support, you deadbeat.
After
And-
only saying night shift, I've been one day graveyard. I will decide. I
and-
think I'll be fine. I forgot the
Well,
rest
no,
of it.
he's like, I don't have a job or whatever, and Clara's like, don't lie to me, Vlad. I know you work at, and then it was like some restaurant. It was like the graveyard, like taco or something.
Yeah. I thought it was like Fry Me Up Taco, but I truly
My
don't know.
job
Maybe
is
it was
like
clearly a
Afton from my
restaurant, but I think it was
street.
a pun.
It
Yeah.
pays for these. My job is like Afton from my street. It pays for this house, but I will never tell you what it is.
You work at the graveyard shift at the Fry Me Taco. Don't lie to me.
Yep, that's it. That's
Apparently,
A lot
Clara's
of people
extremely
get
British
food
now.
poisoning at our restaurant. We need to put them somewhere.
And then at the end, she burns down their house, I'm pretty sure. But then they fall in love again, so it's all okay.
Oh, the humanity!
Will these two broken lovers rekindle their love next? Join us next time to find out. Just Michael
Mhm.
crunching on
These
popcorn.
two ships always sailing just close to everyone's like, yeah,
Yeah.
such a fun
Watch
parody.
what if William Afton did have an affair? Watch Clubby then with the mistress and not the wife.
Oh God.
But no, that is one of the other things. We don't even know which baby isn't his theoretically, right? Because there's at least 3 kids, arguably 4, depending on whether you want to count Vanessa or not, and how.
I'm gonna guess the youngest, but
works.
yeah, we don't really know.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, I guess about speaking of the name Clara and mistresses. If anyone heard about what happened between Shakira and Piqué a while ago,
No.
yeah, well, they've been married for like 10 years or something like that at the very least. I remember like the announcement of them getting married and stuff, if even longer actually. And then it turns out that that Piqué actually cheated on her, and the name of the mistress was Clara actually, and so that made it into Shakira's diss track. Of her,
no!
which makes sense in Spanish, yeah. The diss track is quite amazing. It is in Spanish though, but even without knowing the situation, I'm just like, okay, this man has been destroyed. He's
Oh
gonna be,
yeah, that's right. The baby
I-
ate the cat.
I
forgot about that.
what?
Yeah, the baby that isn't Vlad's ate a cat. Sorry, the cat.
Okay.
Their pet cat.
Mhm.
Normal
Nom nom.
things.
I'm taking the diamond ring. Joke's on you, I found it in a kid's meal. He bought a kid's meal? Oh, Vlad. The end. What? Also,
I don't remember that bit. I think that bit is just a joke. Well, the whole thing is a joke, but like
Nezuko Kamado comes in
Yeah.
here to just, hi, Elizabeth died. Nezuko has spoken. Imagine like in actual Demon Slayer, if like Nezuko just like takes off the mouth guard for 1 second and goes, Elizabeth died, and then goes back again. Oh my goodness. Anyway, okay. Enough of this, I guess. We're back to that bit was real. That was the ending.
was it? God, man. I guess I need to. I really don't remember that bit. That
I
bit doesn't
guess he
jog
was
memory.
I guess he was still hungry after the kids' meal I bought. I should have paid full price.
Of course, the William Afton self-insert getting a kid's meal has a lot of irony.
I suppose, yeah. Anyway. He's been blinking all day, I read that already.
There may be something wrong with it. Go talk to William.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, William has been the one patching up Michael?
Sadly, Nezuko almost died, and that was sad. That was literally the first episode.
I believe this is a reunited AU, so yeah.
Okay. Well, because William's super abusive. Physically and
No,
emotionally.
I can figure it out myself.
Redemption, you know?
Never mind, apparently, he's here. It is 2 in the morning. I
He
don't
just got
care.
there.
Oh, bother your brother.
Instead of giving him the William voice, it's just the Vlad voice.
Sake.
Now I need Michael to have, like, tiny Vlad.
Immortal
still in
being,
the
that is why I
bloody
always
morning.
come back. You're always awake at this hour, old hag. Surprised you're sleeping for once, workaholic. So is William alive then? Because if he requires sleep, then that implies that he's still living.
Right, okay, yeah, that's a good point. This is Sister Location. Where does this series consider Sister Location taking place? Because that's
it's
a
the
that's
AU
a game
doesn't consider it
specifically
taking
where
place.
everyone debates where that one takes place. I think it takes place after FNAF 3, but
See, I also think it takes place
I'm
after
definitely giving you
FNAF
that voice.
3, but by the
Mhm.
glitched features, I'd assume that it's at least before, whatchamacallit, Help Wanted, the VR
Okay.
thing.
okay.
But with Reunited AU, they were always like after everything had happened. And then it was like after FNAF 6 and after all
So-
this. And that was before Security Breach came out. So I don't actually know currently.
So
But,
is
you
this William, but like what Fourth Closet did with the character, where he like crawled out of the thing and used like a really cool interpretation of Baby that I actually somewhat consider canon to the games, but I would need a bit more. But where it's like because Baby in that universe was one of the Charlie bots, and she was like the adult Charlie, but she had the soul of Elizabeth. Very cool. But she was being used to like make sure William like stayed alive, and he was being like fed with like remnant and stuff. And he was like outside of the suit, and he was like crazed like scientist and supercharged and everything, and was trying to like regenerate. He got burned in a furnace in that story. But is that what it's doing? Where he did go through the Springtrap stuff, and he like came out and Baby like kept him alive, or someone kept him alive in this case?
No. So what like I'm guessing, and at least from what I know of their older use, is that everything happened the exact same up until like the end, just like after Help Wanted and stuff. So normally they all just kind of get reunited within the power of a godly force, normally the creator, and they just kind of get brought back together. I don't know with this AU particularly, because I believe
When does this
is
come
a new
out?
one. That's a good question. I could probably answer better with that.
Does
Well,
Old
it
Man
was nominated
Consequences
for
exist in the
a
lore?
Gacha Guild Award. It was nominated for a Gacha Guild Award last year, so yeah, it was July 15th, 2023 when it came out.
My previous knowledge of this person is cripplingly failing me in that case.
Well, next time we watch a Shadow Glitch Zero video, we'll go back to the beginning then.
Oh my god, sad. I believe most of their videos at first were like memes, like animation memes, but in Gacha. They were quite well known for that. They
Okay,
get
well, I'll
used.
skip those. First mini movie project I will watch then.
They still get used in a lot of reaction videos.
I mean, great. Just not my ones, because mostly because I'll just be like, well, what do I say?
meant the Gacha reactions, but you know,
Okay.
like the
Yeah.
Aftons react to their
The ones
videos.
were like no one is saying anything anyway, for the most part.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, fair enough. See, this is why this is why you've got I've got a lot of respect for Go Kitty doing the Gacha react to the music go back in the day, because actually, even though it had to all be done in one single take, she still put in the efforts to pause the video, like to try and like tap the app and start try to edit it and cover up the fact that I had to do all of it in pauses and such, and just say like a few things and have multiple characters try to talk to each other. Yeah. All right then. Anyway, hold on. It doesn't make sense because it implies that spring locks are wound back, which they shouldn't be.
So Bond said earlier that apparently he can turn into Springtrap.
Okay. Well, we haven't seen that yet. That hasn't happened in this video so far. I think Bond might have watched ahead, maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, Bond is the one who suggested this initially, wasn't he?
This was a Gacha Guild Award nomination, so I saw this because of that.
I remember Bond mentioning a FNAF thing for us to watch.
It will have been the case, but I discovered this via Gacha Guild Awards, and that's why it's here.
Okay, then.
They always somehow find a way to turn back into the animatronics. Like how Elizabeth can always turn back into Baby despite the fact Enid exists, so she should not be able to do that. It's not even Eleanor or Baby, it's normally just Baby. And it's like, no.
It should be Baby with like a chunk missing or something from the side.
Oh no, I guess that is right, because I was like, oh, well, Innard could still be there. Well, no, because Innard without Baby is Molten Freddy.
Yeah.
We covered this already.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing the weird, terrible Circus Baby impression, which is apparently...
Once again, we haven't even seen if Elizabeth is in this yet. We don't know if she's going to show up.
I don't know, I'm just assuming she's in it.
Right. I mean, it's a safe assumption based on how these normally work, but...
Well, I mean, regardless,
maybe in the and it doesn't actually have any parts of Baby, or Baby got repaired somehow. Baby got back. That's how. That's what
Baby
happens.
got repaired, but her being repaired was because she, like, her and the Innard hive mind had an argument, and they like ejected her. That's why they became molten.
Oh, there we go. Okay, fine. This might be, you know. In this reality, that didn't affect her. It didn't do like a Kid Boo expelling all the things that made part of him or something.
That wouldn't make sense considering FNAF 6 has seemingly happened and Molten Freddy used to exist. You're not doing the job.
Ah! I've seen Shadows get stuff that involve these characters, so I know how they work. Ah, okay, so you're going by prior knowledge. All right.
As am I. Although my prior knowledge is from like 2022.
Okay. I've seen one just watch Springtrap along with Springlocks in human form compared to previous videos. I'm just imagining now some sort of like like robot boy style transformation or something.
Well,
Spox activate.
Well, the suit does still go off.
Crippling pain.
Well, the suit still goes off.
That's why the music is so loud, so you can't hear him scream over the top.
I don't think the Springlocks are necessarily involved, but it is said in, I think, the Twisted Ones that sometimes...
The one thing they don't tell you is the sound of their screams. They don't put that in the song.
I think it's the Twisted Ones where William says like, oh yeah, sometimes the suit still goes off and like goes and tries to do the things it used to do whenever like it was in a normal endoskeleton back at Fredbear's. So it doing things on its own I could see, but I don't think like the Springlocks were ever mentioned.
Oh, like it turns back into animatronic mode.
Yeah, like every once in a while it glitches and tries to do a stage performance.
It becomes like the it becomes the symbiote bonded with Spider-Man. Anyway, this kind of explodes into red and screams on the ground for a bit.
Mood.
Oh, so like Super Saiyan then. Minus the red part. Okay. Who even likes William Afton? Yeah, he looks cool, but other than that, who likes him?
Most of the
not his wife, apparently.
Or his wife.
Yeah, literally no one except for William likes William.
Real.
Okay,
It's,
well,
it's one of these AUs. Okay. Okay.
Well,
here's a
okay, I
different
actually take that.
animatronic. Which one? Oh, hold on. Which one is that? Was that like? Was that? I don't even know. I'm not gonna.
That's the little
one of the
one,
traps.
the crying child, and that is Golden Nightmare Fredbear. I can say names.
Oh.
Why Nightmare Fredbear?
Why not Nightmare Fredbear at this
Well, I
point?
just want to know why the Nightmare version of him.
Because it is very obviously the Nightmare version of him.
Well,
Because-
no, I get that,
Oh,
but why
oh.
is it the Nightmare version?
Okay, so in the old AUs, everyone thought CC, I'm just going to call him CC, is possessed Shadow Freddy. He would always carry around two plushies, a Nightmare and Fredbear. We
So
don't
did they
talk
just
about
merge
the
the
shit
two?
videos. No,
How does he
we
pick
don't-
up stuff with his hands if he's always carrying two plushies around?
he doesn't.
Oh, a birthday cake for me!
Ignoring when they all used to be shipped together, despite the fact that one of them is a child, pretty much after Cece's death, they kind of befriended him in a way. That was always how these things sort of works. But I believe
Who's
as those
they?
the AUs when the Nightmares animatronics, there's
Okay.
a fair few.
Well,
I
sure, but I
believe
don't think
it's-
we ever considered Nightmare Fredbear as like an actual, like that was never his actual form, like in any version of the lore.
No, but he's still technic. But aren't the Nightmares all illusions anyway? Because they were made by
it
William.
depends on the. For a while, we thought it was all a dream, and then it was an illusion disc, and now the books kind of imply that these are real animatronics, but they use the illusion discs to make them look like the nightmares, and it's all like a sleep.
Well, then that might be what's going on then. And if Emily's saying that CC befriended the
Well, yeah, but they're
nightmares,
on
then
like
it
a
makes sense
track.
It wouldn't be.
and it makes sense to appear a lot for them to appear alongside each other.
Well, yeah, but they
It
couldn't
wouldn't
move
be.
though. They were on a track in the story. They're like on a rail
Well,
track.
CC clearly put down the plushes. Maybe he has Heracles levels of strength secretly.
Within the Gacha AUs, they are always
He has
like
a cross for
plushes.
some reason. The power of Christ has strengthened him.
All the Nightmare animatronics were plushes from thingy, and illusion discs kind of made them terrifying or something. It's based
Okay.
on Foxy in the closet turning back into a plushie and all the plushies in his room. That's what
Sure,
it's based
okay.
off of.
Okay.
I believe why he had like
maybe
his
he
wings
maybe he
are
carried him
from-
maybe he carried him in here in plush form, set him down, and then he went like and then became this again.
I believe in this case his wings are from him being a combination of Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy, because people were not willing to let the Shadow Freddy theory go, but also very willing to
Even
put
though the
him
movie
in-
kind of implies that Max is Shadow Freddy now, but you know.
Yeah.
Was the movie out in July? I don't think it was.
No.
No.
So then that wouldn't apply here.
I know. I'm just saying that kind of aged poorly because now we sort of have a possible answer about what Shadow Freddy is.
I'm
Most of
truthfully not.
this stuff aged poorly. My favorite Emily video aged poorly the day after it came out.
Shush. We don't talk
Anyway,
about that.
well, I will highlight one detail. It looks like that's either meant to be like a bandage or a swollen part of his brain, which I assume is from it's from the bite of whichever one it was, 83 or 87. I
83.
forget which one it was.
83.
Okay, so 80.
Unless
So
you ask
I guess
Mark.
that's probably the result of it. So yeah,
Is that
Don't ask Mark about 87.
I guess no.
No, it was not.
Oh. Well, all right.
It's a common meme in the fandom.
I know. I've that one. Yeah.
Because everyone thought it was going to
It got
be.
referenced in Unisarnus a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I recommend reading this. My favorite comic is quite specific to this series. Of the previous comments, another thing with CC has a hoodie that literally makes him edgy. Oh, okay. So I thought when you said that, you meant like you know, narratively, he's edgy because of the hoodie. No, you mean like the hoodie affects his personality and makes him edgier. Okay, that's an interesting idea. I know I mentioned my melody a lot on this channel. You know, it's I I noticed that the anime does not have an English dub, and therefore some people are not going to check it out. But I will keep mentioning it regardless. There is a character in one of the villains who has like a has like a more cutesy energetic personality, and then like as soon as she puts like her hat down as she adjusts it a bit and she turns around, her eyes turn red and suddenly becomes like Martin Monic and blah blah blah. I don't know. So I've seen that idea done before, but I always thought it was more tied to just the character's own personality, not necessarily the hood itself. That was just kind of representative, but maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Anyway, Beep, you haven't had a character yet. You you want to be CC?
I had someone enter BB's room, so I think she's talking to someone.
Okay, Elizabeth Afton says, where did the other children go? They're right
Where did
here.
the other
You're the only one who's
children go?
left right now. It was not
That's-
here
that's-
currently,
That's a
Elizabeth.
voice line. That's a voice line. Where did the
Oh,
other
okay.
children go?
We did a competition for that already. Anyway. Why are you in here? I'm giving you this voice now because I don't have a use for it anymore. We're leaving. Sorry, bud. Oh, that was quick. Interesting how this series, despite all of its bells and whistles and its composite backgrounds, its customization, its detailed attention to the lighting and to the accessories and like random details for the character. Despite all of those things, don't want to do walking cycles or sound effects. To put all their focus on, and it always kind of stands out to me in that regard. I mean, there is also a possibility that maybe some of these images are not actually attached to the characters, and therefore they can only exist in screenshot form. But to my knowledge, that's not really a problem. I don't think. I'm pretty sure you can do all of this just normally. And yes, that is CC. Well, he just appeared, so to our knowledge, it's CC. You never know. You're confused about the items on them. Look at the images in your DMs. Which items am I confused about? Well, I'm confused about the cross, particularly, because I don't remember don't remember that detail from any of them. But apart from that, not really. What's confusing about that? Okay, so it's a thing in here where there's details that set by Shadow's Glitch that says CC's hoodie will be a bit confusing, which is great because we haven't seen it yet. Oh, okay. So we do have certain items that have been marked out. Ironically enough, not one of the items that I mentioned before. I think this actually raises more questions than it answers, Josh, but I will get these screenshots. Also, where is this message from? Is it a community post? Because it wasn't in the description of the video. Because there's certain bits here that's, are just like general updates, and other stuff that's like an actual diagram with circled details. So yeah, I officially have more questions now than the answers from before.
Yes, it's a community post.
Okay. Which, is I guess kind of shows the disadvantage of that, in the sense that if you make a community post that's going to be buried in obscurity, if you want it to accompany your series, it's not going to last that long. New Mutant Girl lore, you'll find it in my community tab, and then never again anywhere else. Anyway, this is the image that Josh sent me. So a lot of these things are illusion discs. Some of them are permanent items, which I guess I'm assuming means they can't take them off. So I guess Michael is stuck with that disgusting like earring that he has for himself, just a sticker hanging from his ear for no reason. And then and apparently the I think that the cross is supposed to be as well. That's the entire hoodie that's being circled for CC. It turns out is that Elizabeth is in this, so I guess that's a bit of a minor spoiler for later, maybe. And I guess so is this is not Clara Afton person. So yeah, whose cross is not part of her not permanent item. So I'm guessing the cross on Michael's not either. So it's the hoodie that's permanent. So I guess he just can't take off his hoodie ever, which my goodness, sleeping must be very uncomfortable for him. He must just work up a huge amount of sweat, poor guy. Anyway, this is the post. This will maybe answer some details, maybe not. Let's see. So, hey. I want to try something new that will take place soon. The Aftons won't have just one design all the time anymore. I just want to make them change clothes like sensible people. You know, except Michael, but carry on. Other than wearing the same thing
Wrong
over and over for
character.
years. Oh, okay, yeah. Although there will be some permanent items on them that I won't take off. Anything that is circled in the following picture will forever remain on the Aftons. For example, where these are just replaced. That item will always be on their character because it hides something valuable to the them. It makes them look alive. Counter argument: couldn't the illusion discs change their own form via an illusion? Could they not appear to be something else? They don't have to all be the same thing. Anyway, the items are circled in yellow will not be removed either. They're just items to make the character who they are. Basically, like Michael's gloves hold his power back, as you guys know.
His power, sure, yeah.
I suppose, and CC's hoodie makes him like Marco Diaz. Anyway,
all right.
So CC's hoodie will be a bit confusing. He only wears it half the time now. Then why was it sold in? You said that. Confusing until anyway. You'll see him with it sometimes and sometimes not. If that's per usual, why'd you have to clarify that? It is still a permanent item, though. No, it isn't. You just said it was coming off, so how is it? What is this?
Well, if
What
it
is
keeps
this
coming,
post?
if it keeps coming back, then it's still permanent.
There are trees that will shed their leaves, and the leaves will come back. That doesn't make them permanent. In fact, it's literally the opposite.
Sure, but the tree is.
Well, we're talking about items. It's a permanent item. We're not saying that the person themselves are not permanent, because in this case,
the same item is still going to be coming back.
The tree would be CC in this sense, in what you're saying.
Yeah, but the item that's not
becomes leaves.
It's still permanent though. It's the same thing.
Your comparison doesn't make sense.
Your comparison doesn't make sense. It's not this. The leaf is not the jacket. Like the jacket would still be coming back, so it's still permanent. A leaf dies.
You just repeated the same thing that you just said before.
Yeah, because what I said makes sense. What are you talking about? It's not a leaf. It doesn't die.
I've noticed something that's part of the reason why we disagrees with you, that we tend to be here for hours, is because you don't change your statement, just repeat it multiple times over until the person gives in.
Well, yeah, because it's a jacket. It doesn't die. A leaf dies.
No, I'm not. Well, okay, yeah, the leaf died. What I'm saying is the tree will shed the leaf. I mean, sure, the leaf can die, but
but he's not shedding the jacket. Just because if I take off my jacket right now and I put it back on tomorrow, that doesn't suddenly mean that it's not permanent.
Actually, people do call that shedding, like layers of clothing.
Yeah, but that's not shedding. It's not like losing your skin.
I just said they literally call it shedding, so it is very much shedding.
But it's not the same type of shedding as a leaf.
Who said it's a real leaf?
I use the leaf as an example of something removable. It has a different reason for being removed, but it's still removable. That's why I said that.
Sure,
I'm not saying it's like a perfect allegory or something.
Yeah, but a leaf
in
wouldn't
this
be permanent.
allegory, what if the leaf is not a real leaf? It's a fake leaf, or like a hair clip.
Actually, you know what? I'll call something else. A flock of sheep. You know, they get their wool sheared occasionally. That does not make the wool itself permanent, but the wool does come back. I consider those things to be two different things. Because if anything, that would also imply this hoodie that I'm wearing currently is permanent because I tend to put it on every day.
Would
yeah,
that
so
not-
it would be permanent because you put it on every day.
Would that not, in the wool allegory, would
Yeah,
that
to
not
me- to me,
imply the wool
permanent
is
means-
temporary?
Yeah, to me, permanent means doesn't go away ever. That
Oh,
it
see,
will,
there's
it will return.
there's the misunderstanding. Yeah,
I'm
no,
about
they've
to
come
quite
perfect.
literally
This is
look
why
up the definition of
this is why I
permanent.
don't repeat my statement over and over because that doesn't clarify anything for anyone. That's where your technique is off in debating. Anyway, for the current design shown in the picture, I still use those designs too sometimes. Well, I'm guessing the other picture. I want to say those are their main outfits, so I'll still use them. If they're the main outfits, you wouldn't need to clarify permanent items. Then you can just have them come back in the main outfits. Anyway, but not always because I want to make them wear proper and different clothing every day.
Every day.
I have no guys understand a word I just said, but I hope you do. Your hopes have been dashed, unfortunately. Good grief!
I do like the talking first aid kit.
You know what? Yes, that we can agree on. The talking first aid kit is great. He gave me the everything is fine tone. That's what a first aid kit sounds like.
Sure, yeah. I wonder if that was the same first aid kit used against Helpy.
Elizabeth, last time you took something you weren't meant to take, you died, so leave it be.
I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
no,
If that hoodie is something that he wears all the time,
she wasn't meant to take
it might
it.
not have
Her
been.
father quite literally bandaged. Still took it, and now she's dead.
No, okay.
Yeah, Elizabeth,
yes,
if he wears that hoodie all the time, even to bed, then chances are, it needs a wash. Just
he did banish her from even being near Baby, but that was also the days prior to the opening.
True. But then that would also imply he banned her on opening day. If he didn't want her near Circus Baby, why did he bring her on opening day? What else is she gonna do?
Right, I don't know.
He couldn't find a babysitter.
Make a lot of sense. He killed them all.
Imagine the FNAF game where the entire plot is it's like you're playing as again a complete stranger who Afton modded for some reason. Then it turns out at the end of the game you're the babysitter that cancelled for no reason on the day that Elizabeth died. And that's why the whole of that is after you. It's like a whole city simulator as well, so the animatronics will literally chase you across the city. You have to try and find different places to hide from them or something. It's like Terminator, but just amplified because there's several things instead of just one machine.
So FNAF
there you go.
AR, but better.
Get on it, fanverse. I want to see that game, please.
Yeah, I'll be I'll go at Kane. He is incredibly easy to get a hold of, actually.
No, I know because you've asked him direct questions in our during our playthrough on the Butter Bunch of Pop Goes Arcade. You did message him a couple times and he did actually respond.
Yeah.
So yeah,
pretty good.
Understandable. All right, tell him he can call it 5 Nights to Catch Me or something.
Sure. Yeah, I guess whenever I see him talking next, I'll be like, hey, it's an idea.
And unlike Scott, he'll probably actually credit you for it. Anyway, that idiot is hiding something again. See, we had a duck earlier. Why can't we have an exclamation mark sound effect there? And why is there a random chocolate bar on the floor? I get putting props around a room to make it look more full, especially if it is just a blank background, because it looks like the floor and the wall have merged into each other. Look at where the bed is versus the chair.
Where is this?
A good question. I presume it is Michael's new room made out of origami.
Also, I believe that's meant to be exotic butters instead of chocolate.
Oh yeah, that's definitely exotic butters. Yeah, because see,
Okay,
it even
fantastic.
has the red.
Why is it on the floor? Why is it?
Why
It
not?
still shouldn't be on the floor. It's a fully like uneaten bar that's been opened and then dropped.
Well, again, if it's exotic butters, it's not a bar.
They are
My
also
goodness,
all
what
technically
we have-
open in the basket. They're all pre-opened.
Because we have one child who won't wash his hoodie, wears it to bed, I presume. Another one who won't pick his stuff off the ground. The Aftons are just the most untidy and unhygienic people in the world.
Well, given their mental health, that makes sense. But also, my question is not with the placement of any of this.
Why does Michael
question
look
is,
shocked? Because he noticed the moss coming from the butter on the floor.
my question is, where did this room come from? This wasn't in sister location.
Again, they just rolled out a sheet of origami and covered it up to make a room for Michael.
But then that just raises the question of where did Michael sleep? Because Michael technically just didn't have a bedroom in sister location in FNAF 4 or even the mini games.
Was there like a
So
floor that you couldn't
where
access
was
or
he
something? Was it,
sleeping?
Well, in
The
FNAF
sofa?
4,
wasn't sister location like buried underground or something? Couldn't there be like underneath in theory? Like above, I mean.
yeah, sister location, the entire place is underneath the Afton house.
Yeah, if it's underneath the Afton house, this could be the Afton house then.
Okay, well, I mean, Michael had a bedroom in sister location, like, as his older, but where did he sleep when, like, everything was fine and dandy and everyone was still alive? Where was his bedroom?
Fine and dandy.
Well,
In the origami room, obviously.
Need I mention the abuse again?
we don't talk about that. If you ignore it, it'll go away. Top 10
Shoot,
advice.
you know what? Maybe Afton just made him sleep on the floor. I don't know.
I'm more confused about the fact the wall seems to be like caving in on itself. If you
But then
look
that
at like if you look at the bottom right corner, it seems like part of it just is not like the same. It's almost like there was two bits of gray that merged into each other, but were actually separate, but one was cropped incorrectly, which just raised the question even further of why do the two versions look so similar? If you can combine two different bits, make one of them the floor, one of them the wall, and make them look different or have like an intersection so it doesn't look like a piece of origami. I have questions. Oh, okay, I guess he's gone now.
Michael?
Which I guess, again, animatronic makes sense. We are back to square one here, by the way. This is how we started the video. This isn't normal. I don't understand what the deal is. This has never happened before.
Why are there just presumably towels on the floor? Why are you not hanging up your towels? What kind of
I don't know,
demons are you?
No one picks up anything off the floor. There's a pillow on the ground.
I think those are meant to be towels, but either way, why are they on the floor? Hang up your towels.
Yeah. But hey, at least we have like
he doesn't need him anymore.
Wall this time. Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like if there's a chance he'll get wet in some way. It looks like the bubbles are coming from there, so I guess he must have run a bath for himself, which I guess means he still does that at least, not entirely unhygienic. I wonder if CC just again, if CC has to take a bath, does he just keep the hoodie on or something? Just emerge dripping. Anyway. It's like I exploded.
No, that's a different story. Your dad exploded in a short story. He blew
like
up.
Father, like son.
Right there.
The explosion was
facility.
The explosion was hereditary as well. Anyway, it's a mystery.
It was about
What's
bloody
happening
time
to me?
he blew up. Like, people were trying to kill him.
I do want to make a note here. Well, I mean, technically speaking, he did die during the minigame, but he still possessed the thing, so whatever. I do want to make a note here that he was like burned twice. He literally combusted inside of like a like a random like
It was a
workshop
hospital.
or whatever. No, he was wheeled
Right.
off to a different area. He was in the Fazbear like distribution center, I think was what it was called.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot he did that. Father
Yeah,
Michael.
because that took place during
wasn't
UCN,
Michael.
and so he signed like, hey, Fazbear, and so they wheeled him over. It blew up, for no apparent reason, and then he possessed a bunch of different trash. It came back again, and you know what does the job? You know what finally finishes him off? Puppet coming back for no explainable reason and simply drowning him.
I know I mentioned Starburst
course,
Tools of
that
Evil
makes
already, but
sense.
Bonbon the Birthday Clown sounds similar to this. Just blows himself up like with his own candles.
Yeah, it's never explained why that happens. He just blows up. And his energy gets spread across a bunch of things. He becomes all those things and then gets drowned in the ocean or river or whatever.
Hi, Ghost Kitty. Nothing. I joined us something about explosions.
Which
sure
I will say,
did.
I deeply question
That's
how
a
drowning
perfectly
even
normal
worked since he was
conversation.
trashed, but...
How do you drown trash?
all the trash got the water cleaned the trash, so it was no longer filth. The filth sustained
It washed away his sins. It was holy water.
and he was finally able to pass on to the next life. Yeah, there you go.
You say that? Didn't the nurses that were trying to kill him, they tried to use holy water?
Oh, that's true. That's why they hired the priest in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. Everyone can just feel the evil off of him. Like, that entire story starts out with the priest being like, oh, maybe I can save him or whatever. And by the end, he literally calls him like a child of Satan.
You know that's I'd say that's happened in real life, but actually there's an example in real life that I remember I introduced one of my friends at university in the I think he was part of the Puppy Love cast, and at one point I did like a whole I did a meetup or something, and then one person, I forget who it was, just said like, oh no, I'm getting it seems like there's he's possessed by ghosts or something, or was like a demon within him. I'm not comfortable around him. It's like, what on earth are you talking about? How I introduced someone to you who doesn't know anyone else here, just came out of the goodness of his heart to join the series, and that's the way that you greet him. I don't think I forgot who that was, and probably I'm not in touch with him anymore for that reason.
Of course, the nurses were totally correct.
I mean, yeah, but the person on Discord was wrong, because you'll ever meet, and if he's possessed by a human, it's not a very good one.
To be fair on the nurses, they gave it a good shot.
It is a good one. Maybe it's bad at being a demon, so good or something, but
the nurses, they would have succeeded if Afton, who, reminder, was already dead at this point, wasn't also being possessed concurrently with the UCN spirit. Whoever
Andrew,
you want
Cassidy, who knows?
Yeah, but according to the stories, presumably Andrew.
Yeah, because of the alligator mask, I believe it says, is in the brain scan pictogram.
Yeah, he wears an alligator mask, although a lot of people use the happiest day alligator dude as him, but that's a bit of a stretch. But yeah, he does have an alligator mask.
But then it comes down because in the games it's meant to be Cassidy tormenting him, so it could be Cassidy or Andrew or both of them, or they're both the same person, or maybe they're not. But then you also have the movie kid who is Cassidy also, I think, but looks...
Well, here's the thing. Movie kid, I think he actually does have a name. I forget what it is. I'm fairly certain that's the puppet. But and it's one of those weird things where the books... It also kind of had where it's like, hey, multiple things can possess the same thing as well. So all of the above is also an answer now.
That's
well,
a very good
can
point.
possess the same thing. We saw Seals of the Plex.
Yeah, so could be Cassidy, could be Andrew, could be Crying Child, could be what's his face from the movie, could be all of them.
It could be Kelsey. Is that his name? Yep. Kelsey. There's 3 Kelseys across the Fazbear.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Kelsey who got trapped inside.
Annoying.
And wasn't there the kid as well who felt bad and tried going to save him, and then he also got stuck inside of him? There's like
Oh.
6 people it could have been.
Yeah, and then there's the Kelsey from the Ballora story with the glasses. The poor one who takes the kid's glasses and then gives them back to her, and then the kid starts dancing.
Yeah, but that one wasn't Golden Freddy connected, though.
No, but it's just because her name was Kelsey, and I'm thinking about
Sure,
how many
yeah.
Kelseys there are.
There's also a lot of Jeremys, though.
Dad, what if I am a
That is a good
Slytherin?
point.
Albus Kelsey Potter. You were named after 4 headmasters of Hogwarts. Wait, what?
Jeremy Fritz Kelsey.
Yeah. So many Jeremys, so many Kelseys. Scott just gets lazy with names, okay?
Man's decided
that
he
was-
liked the name Jeremy and rhyme with it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? At least I'm not using like the Gacha randomized name generator thing, because that gives you some very cursed results.
Yeah, he stopped randomizing a lot. He stopped thinking a long time ago for names.
I will never forget Angharad and Toast for names.
You can make a debate about whether Elizabeth is Abby or whatever. I don't think she is, but you can make a debate about that. But regardless, it is kind of funny that he uses one of the various nicknames for Elizabeth. So there's arguably two of those depending
I
on
don't
your
remember
views.
Abby ever being
No.
a nickname for Elizabeth.
It's not very commonly used. Everyone used it as like foolproof like evidence of it being Elizabeth. I didn't necessarily think that was strong enough, but
Who
you know.
calls us Elizabeth like Abby?
I don't know why is Bob?
I think because it's like, look, well, I guess, well, since
I don't
the
know
Batman's actually
why
here in the chat
Richard
right now,
and Dick?
I
It doesn't
guess
make sense.
I guess because the ABE in the middle of the name, I suppose, would be the reason.
No.
Oh yeah, you also have people that are like, oh, it's an anagram as well. So, all right,
An anagram with what?
because baby Abby.
Oh.
Again, still don't think
that
that's strong
makes
enough,
more
but it's
sense.
stronger
Oh,
than a
okay. Oh,
nickname.
so it's
Yeah.
spelled ABBY. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay,
How-
I was
how
thinking
did you-
ABBIE. All right then.
Why?
Except Eleanor is also not.
because Abby is also an abbreviation. But it's more for Abigail, but yeah, which ties back to Markiplier again.
Yeah.
Because remember that one Unasanas bit with all the healing.
No,
and
that's
such.
right. Yeah, what's her? They used Abigail as like a placeholder name, and then
Met
one
this
of them
girl, her
actually
name-
dated an Abigail. I think it was Mark who actually dated a real
Well,
Abigail.
okay, that
wasn't
was. Well, that was the joke, because at one point, Mark in the middle of it was like, "I once dated a girl called Sarah," and then like they start laughing and say, "Was her real name Abigail?" because they made Abigail.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't confirmed.
Well, okay, but let's be honest. Come on.
I mean,
It's hilarious. I don't know.
okay.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, I will say, if I found myself in that situation ever, I would have doubts. You know, I don't necessarily keep it in, but with my finger hovering over the delete button, I would hesitate for a couple of seconds.
It's just
Anyway.
as Technoblade said. I'm an atheist, but
Yes.
when I go to meet God, I want him to hesitate before he sends me to hell.
Yeah. My goodness. Elizabeth, give me my hoodie back. Yes, we got that from before. Yes. Again, I'm sure thing probably stinks to high heavens, but you know, you do you, Elizabeth. Slash Abby.
Unless you disagree, in which case, eh.
I don't know what's happened. Oh wait, this is different. Okay, I guess this is Insane Michael or whatever. I don't know what's happening to your demon body. Maybe if I knew you weren't a liar, I would believe you. Okay. You can't see like his mouth opening. I'm just guessing that it's just the other Michael now. Are you insane? You're going to snap my body in half. Okay, which one is?
Explain what's wrong with me. The pain in my body hasn't stopped yet. My power won't settle itself.
Now the thinking is, you have my sword, and have my bow, and my axe. I suppose all the place to do it. Yeah, fair.
I swear to God, Michael. I don't. If you stop what you are doing right now, you are going to aim yourself.
I mean, look, one of them has his mouth like hanging open. Oh wait, no, it's because of the that's the teeth. There's a particular gacha mouth with teeth. But the thing is, because the inside of Michael's mouth has been colored purple, it hasn't been recolored back to white to show this mouth is still closed. So it looks like they're both just going the whole time. In fact, that actually looks like a mouth that's been like a smile that's been flipped upside down. That's kind of what that reminds me of, which might be why we don't see much actual movement other than the character acting still here. Because it is all just, stuff that's been synced together. And maybe Shadows Glare should not want to go through the effort of stretching the layers that much. Or fixing them with keyframes. Well, there we go. I guess that's confirmed that insane Michael has a physical body. Whichever one it is. Again, who's talking? Maniac, what did you do? He's a maniac in my brain. And one day he might just get released again. So not only can Ennard see into this dimensional plane, but he can also enter it now? Just going off a limb here, does Ennard's all-seeing eye allow him to go to different places that he was not able to go to before? Well, thank you, panel of experts. You've been very helpful.
Canonically, Eleanor doesn't have an all-seeing eye, so I can't answer that question.
Get this thing off me. What did you do?
Why is everyone blaming me? I know this lunatic just tried to enter.
I like how
Again,
we
which
have
one is
Elizabeth
supposed to be the
Afton
insane
Techno
one?
Stan in chat.
Real.
I mean, that is an interesting combination for sure, but
It is.
why not?
I can
There's
just
a treatment with
imagine
kindness.
Elizabeth, like that quote, just in Elizabeth Afton's voice, and it's just funny.
Go ahead.
No, I said I was imagining.
Go on, she's actually British, so you can do her accent quite easily.
We actually went over this before.
Really?
We had a poll to see who was better at doing oh wait, no, it was Elizabeth's voice that you said you'd be better at specifically.
Yeah, because
yeah,
it was a
go on
poll about circus, baby.
So yeah, go on then.
Oh, for God's sake.
To pitch up your voice a bit.
No, I was gonna say it in this voice. Really? Sorry. I want to. I can't say that. just forgot. Whose stream I was on.
Mm-hmm.
Those who treat me with kindness, I will repay that kindness tenfold. And those who treat me with injustice, that use me, that hunt me down and hurt my friends, I shall repay that injustice 1,000. 1,000
Time's over. They got
times
cut off. It's
over.
fine.
Yeah.
1,000. I'm so tired.
Daddy, can I go touch him? Can I go touch her, please?
Daddy,
goodness.
can I punt a child down the stairs?
Can I do what you did to me last Friday to that little girl?
Daddy, can I drop kick that child?
You're going to
in
have to be more
self-defense?
specific.
I desperately need your attention, Daddy. I'm
What?
emotionally neglected according to the books.
What? What was
Father?
that? I was not listening. Please, can you repeat yourself?
Father, please pay attention to me. I just want your love and affection. Pretty please.
Please don't hit me after I ask too many times like
Pay
you did
attention
last
to
time.
me.
Daddy,
Emily,
please.
have
The
you
last time
seen-
you hit me hurt. It hurt quite a lot. Have I seen what?
Emily, have you seen My Passion?
No.
Pay attention to me. The chat will get it. My goodness. Okay.
Father, it's me, Elizabeth. This is a roll stop AU now, except I'm still 7. 5. I don't know her age.
I don't know what age anyone is supposed to be. Apparently, I have a small child and a 40-year-old offspring at the same time. I clearly keep a very healthy physique.
I don't think Michael's age is ever exactly said. The best we have is he's a teenager of some kind by FNAF 4, probably.
Someone said he was in his 40s by now.
It's, again, debatable. We never got an age to start with, so... We don't have a starting point.
And even if we did, we don't know when Sister Location takes place, so we don't know what age she died. We would just know it's been like 30 years from...
Yeah, he could be 20s, early 30s, 40s, arguably 50s if you want to get real freaky with it. I don't know.
Okay.
He also died at one point, so does that stop aging or not? I don't know.
Probably. I mean, if CC is here, I presume that CC stopped aging as well after the bite.
Yeah, all the ghost kids we see in the actual franchise seem to stay as ghost kids, so...
Then, yeah, probably.
Well, Michael technically isn't a ghost, so that just raises another question. But he's a skin suit, so why would he age?
That's probably why he did. That's probably why he did age and CC didn't in this context.
Well, yeah, but he is like a ghost. He's just possessing his own body. The only reason he's able to do that is because of the metal shrapnel from like the inner puking.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Michael's older because he didn't die when he was a child.
He was around for a while.
Went to Sister Location.
He got through all the Sister Location bits and then got like all of his insides removed and possessed, and then the inner hive mind like got puked out by him, and then he rose back up.
Papa, may I go pour bleach in my eyes? I'd rather be blind than see another shade of purple.
Papa, may I go please?
I am sorry.
Please.
I am sorry, Elizabeth, but we are all out of bleach on account of having to wash your brother's hoodie that he never takes off. He took the whole bottle.
Oh, okay, Father. In that case, may I eat something? I have not eaten since last week, since you do not feed me. Pretty please.
That is because you are dead. We eat food? Apparently we sleep. Even though... Are we actually alive or not? I am very confused.
Well, considering you're talking in this voice, apparently I turn my bottles into powdered milk.
I'm sorry, what?
And eat the cat.
And sleep on ceiling.
And sleep on ceiling. Please, Father.
Yes, we all sleep on ceiling. This is why we do not have bedrooms other than your brother's origami room. It's because we all sleep on ceilings like bats.
No. Some of them have bedrooms. Elizabeth and Crying Child had bedrooms. And that's it.
Okay, but
and I don't even think they show William's bedroom. I don't know where he sleeps.
We have a spare mattress.
I like to think William sleeps on the roof.
Yeah. He just like stargazes on the roof and then falls asleep.
He's thinking of a better
That's
life where he's God and he doesn't have a family.
Something along those lines. I was about to say, Stargaze on the roof. That's I was going to say after that. That sounds like a very pleasant experience. Then you mentioned the whole thing about imagining he's God and has no family. It's like, oh wait, no, it's never mind.
Yeah, it's William.
Anyway, sleeping until he came in here, Ennard. I'm not just a. Oh, hold on. So this is the insane one, or the supposedly insane one, despite the fact that he called the other. It's not helped by the fact that you can barely tell who is speaking, because they're both labeled as Michael without any color coding difference. And the only way to tell if their mouths are still open is if you squint a little bit and be like, oh wait, beyond that void shadow is like an actual open mouth. Fantastic.
Has anyone stopped to see if this is the right purple?
No.
It is not.
Okay. Well, because there's a very specific hex code that's used in reference to William.
It's
Okay,
too bright.
I believe this is made in Gacha Club, and therefore they wouldn't have had access to the hex codes.
It's also
Okay.
not correct. It's not even a similar shade. It's way too bright.
Okay.
It was better for cinematography. I don't know why William became the director there for a second. God, take it from the top. I need more energy.
Father, please stop breaking the fourth wall. We need no more continuity errors. We have enough.
I gave Enel the dimensional eyes so I can see into the fourth wall.
Please, I don't need a new book series to explain how this works.
By the
Please,
way,
Father.
if you're enjoying me breaking the fourth wall, you should click the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Please
Father,
have actual
talking
human
to?
characteristics in the games.
I'm talking to the audience. None of this is real.
I don't want to have to read a book to understand why you're the child of Satan to people. I would like to see
How
them again.
about 30? How about 30 books? Probably more at this point.
Yeah, I counted at one point. It was like over 40. And I don't think that was even counting nonfiction, so. And then you have 2 new books coming out this year.
Why check out one book when you can check out an entire library?
Right? It's like, hey, you want to join the whole FNAF franchise? How about I introduce you to the rival of the Star Wars Extended Universe? Star Wars has hundreds of books, and FNAF is trying to catch up, alright?
Father, please stop writing
I
book
do have
series.
1,000
I'm getting
contingency
scared.
plans. And there will be arcs for each of them.
See, here's the real cycle. MatPat, or I guess in this case now it's just Game Theory in general. Game Theory makes FNAF theory. Scott says, "Oh no, this is." Scott says, "Oh no, this is popular," and then writes book. And then they make theory about book, get it wrong, gets popular. Oh no, I need another book.
That would explain a lot for sure.
That is the cycle. It is the way.
Yeah, see, that's why it's entirely possible that, the whole like Emmeline ghost thing in My Street actually was not the original intention, but what came from that one theory. Because again, the setup for it is so flimsy, even by My Street standards. So I refuse to believe that was the intention from the beginning.
Yeah. Every time
Because even the theory itself had to take like a bunch of mental gymnastics to arrive at the conclusion.
Anytime that a game theory host says that Edwin is Henry, a new book gets written.
We'll expect a lot of stuff about Gregory soon, if there aren't already. Wait, is this the real Afton family?
Well,
as real as the Afton family themselves are, I suppose.
As real as this Gacha video's version of them is.
Yeah, what are you getting at here exactly? Anyway. So due to this text, we have we have Michael on the left.
Wah!
Where are you insane?
I guess that's what the alternative version would be called. Yeah.
I was sleeping until he came here, Ennard. I'm not just a parasite. My monitor has gone off. Oh, there it is. With infinite energy. Wah.
What was that? Did it just hip thrust and send a volt electricity? What's that about?
He's like Scanlan Shortholt, I think is his name, where he has like the power to send like a power beam through his through thrusting like he's having sex with somebody.
Oh, great.
PG, Mama. Like this is a what's the word? Family friendly stream, I think. Help.
Well,
It's supposed to be as family friendly as FNAF can be, which is not much, but we try.
so does Scott. That's probably the real reason he doesn't do much in the games, because he leaves the book writers to leave all the gore and stuff in.
By the way, I have Elizabeth in my name. Gee, thanks, Elizabeth. Would never have guessed that one.
If he goes into William's God complex or what happens to all these characters or any of that, big M rating to those games.
Mm-hmm.
Father, please
Anyway.
stop saying you're Jesus. I'm getting tired of it. His power's working while he's fainted. I forgot the voice I did.
It was Circus Baby.
Don't try anything.
I didn't do anything. Wah.
Which one's supposed to be the insane one again?
Who knows? Maybe both.
In fact, why is he called it? Why is he called insane exactly? It doesn't seem like any different to regular Michael.
Insane Michael is a metaphor and a personification of insane. Sorry. I like English. No, I don't.
All right.
I'm failing.
Okay, also, BB, what we just saw there was Ennard looking at Michael's power through the red eye. So, again, able to, I guess, see see like the inner self of Michael. Maybe not quite the purple skin, but something.
See, it's funny because energy has like proper auras and stuff in the actual FNAF canon, but it's like by emotion.
Okay, well, right now his emotion is ow.
Well, see, in the books they just call that agony. It's what or dark remnant, depends on which era of FNAF we're talking about.
Great.
He is not. God damn it. He's not in insane form, but he is 100% unstable. This
Man, I didn't know
I can't
Dragon Ball
even
Z
touch
had
him.
that type of stuff going on. The insane form.
The insane
It's just-
form.
Just a transformation. It's like Sean and Ivan Frost from Inazuma 11.
See, insane form.
Hyper-specific anime reference.
Cool. You're walking about your day, and then suddenly you get an epic, bright glow. It circles around you, and you can feel the energy drain and circle all around. And suddenly, all you want to do is lay in bed or kill yourself.
Family friendly. I couldn't say that earlier.
So are there two bits here? Well, unless someone else has called themselves Elizabeth Afton and they're sending other messages, then I don't really know. Right.
Are we allowed to say to end yourself? Because you've been avoiding it, but I can't tell if that's you being.
Yeah, I avoid it because one of YouTube's keywords for limited ads.
Yeah,
That's the
baby.
reason the term game end exists. That's why they started that in the first place.
No, that was for Twitch, wasn't it?
No, it was well, the first time I heard it was in Fortnite compilations. Very much a YouTube thing.
I think that's I thought that was a
And also,
Twitch.
even if it were just a Twitch thing, we're also on Twitch currently.
Oh, I forgot. No one ever comes here from Twitch. I forget we have this on Twitch.
A few people do actually. According to Restream, one person is currently watching on Twitch at the moment.
Huh. Yeah.
BB being a bad mod and not following this should be maybe don't
What
say
is there to monitor right now, man?
I don't know, chat.
All the audience is over here on YouTube.
At least the chatting audience are, for sure.
If
If
the
you're the
one
person watching this on
wants
Twitch
to
right now,
speak, feel
go
free.
ahead and say hello, please.
Please, mister, we just want to know. Sorry.
Can I see you, Daddy?
Father, may I please see your face? I have not seen it in 2 months. Please, I'm scared. I just want to see my parental authority again.
I would offer to show you my face, but I would have to bend down a lot because my knees hurt. And you are a short queen.
Frankly, I'm surprised William isn't like a sir kind of dad.
Nah, too obvious.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I feel like that's his type, but obviously by the lines, that's not what he does. He still likes daddy, but
I don't
Why
like
does
the
Ennard have
phrasing of
POV
that
next to his
sentence,
name?
you know.
Also POV. I think because POV means thought bubbles, essentially. Because they're using the narrator function, and that one you can't actually change the shape of the box at all. So I guess POV just means just means inside of head. IOH. That's the new anagram. IOH, inside of head.
What's happening to you this time, Mike? Voice gone. Should I just wait for him to wake up?
It's not that it's interesting sounding. What's happened to you this time, Mike? God.
God, Mike.
Control your emotions. Discipline your mind.
No, he's
Or
getting
just like your father.
more-
Lazy, arrogant, weak. I am in the other room. Stop talking about me.
Professor Snape, please stop comparing me to my father. I am a friend
of both
of
you
my
and
father,
him.
of my father and you.
Good.
I'm
Good for
thoroughly
which one?
concerned.
Yes.
Oh, not again.
Okay, now let me read the line.
No, he's getting more and more unstable by the minute. I need to notify his family now. I don't know how he reacts when he wakes up.
I'll give credit to this, actually. It does have okay grammar, at least. Most
That's
of these
true,
don't
yeah.
have decent grammar.
Yeah. There is a high chance that that this is actually copied and pasted from a script, potentially. Though I'm starting to think how they would have put, you know, Michael. I'm not the insane one, Michael. I am not the insane one. Next to each other.
You know, I do have to question, actually. Now that I really stopped to think about it. It is weird how Innard, of all things, is worried about being unstable when, like, again...
He feels identified. He sympathizes with the problem.
I guess, but, you know...
Ennard identifies
of...
as an unstable being.
Innard wants to identify as a human in general.
That's a good point.
Here we go. As suspected, you ran off to think of a solution, Ennard. Instead of watching him die, because that is the obvious alternative.
Father, please stop
expecting you to
spying
do?
on people behind walls. It's kind of creepy.
If anything, he's looking for his family right now. He's looking for William at the moment.
Oh, well, there goes the grammar.
That must mean the effects are working.
No period.
No grammar
And
for
also the
you.
effects of...
Oh, and there's no comma. I just complimented you.
I think you mean apostrophe in this case because of like the let's.
Apostrophe, yeah, the
Comma.
top one.
Yeah. Let's see for myself.
The taller comma.
Comma.
Okay, you
I'm
know what?
calling
Credit
it now.
again. You know, even though this is very much just the background just been sliced away to make way for this this very obvious wall.
Elizabeth in relation
least,
to
like,
all this
ducked
death
around
stuff.
it.
Womp womp womp.
Womp womp womp.
Womp, womp, womp.
POV Elizabeth when she died. Womp womp.
POV,
Okay.
you're Charlie Brown, William Afton. Womp 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 womp. You're still British though.
Speaking of Elizabeth,
There we go. Finally, she shows up.
Daddy?
Oh, see, now we get actual walking sound effects now, other than, you know, unlike before. I did hear them for a bit before. I just didn't register that I would missed out. There we go. You made it in towards the very end. There's like a minute left of video, but you're in here.
The phrasing of this is not great.
Oh, wait. So I saw Elizabeth on screen, so I thought it was still her. Never mind. I see it working, but not ideally how I planned it to.
Or you could just say, I see it's not working how I ideally planned it to.
Or it's not working, but it's working, but not ideally. Or it's working, but not how I planned it to. There's like three different ways.
Or if you want to really shorten it, you can just say it's not working ideally.
Yeah.
I see it's working, however, not ideally.
Yeah, so that's 5 different ways right there. I see it's not working how I planned it to. 6. Anyway, they thought I slept for once. That's a big mistake there.
I'm a vampire.
Do they see me on the ceiling? No, that means I am not sleeping.
No. They do sleep on the ceiling. That's how they found the baby.
Yeah, so do they see Michael on the ceiling? No, therefore he's not sleeping.
Oh, they're talking William.
Right. They thought I slept for once. Oh, sorry, that's the same line from before. Why do you say it again? Don't worry. Once your pain is over, it'll make sense. I am doing this for you after all, Michael.
I like how he has this weird armband. And it's just the checkerboard pattern from the pizzerias.
Fair enough.
Why the armband? Why the checkerboard pattern? Where'd you find that?
I don't know, just one of those. Well, actually, I know where we found it, but yeah, it is one of the gacha features. It's not one we use for obvious reasons. It looks ridiculous, but yeah.
Father,
my grammar died when my brain died. Curse you, spring locks. Again, am I actually dead? It's hard to tell at this point. Anyway, yeah, whatever you say, Grandpa. Time for your medication.
Rolls wheelchair away.
Mm-hmm.
He was in a wheelchair for 4th closet. Then he was in a stretcher for their man in room 1280 before he blew up.
I requested a mobility scooter.
L. William Afton, imagine blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a skill issue to me.
I have become Bon Bon the birthday clown.
Man, he woke
in
up one time in agony and then
return, just like my candles.
If only William had Riz, then all of this would have been solved.
Clearly he did. Everyone
What
hated
do you
him,
mean,
and he still got
I
2
legally
girls.
married someone and apparently
That's
had
a
an
good
affair.
point.
I don't know about at this point. Did it actually happen? It was unconfirmed, but maybe. Maybe I have more reason.
He got at least 1 woman and probably 2.
Anyway,
and also Henry.
William Afton W. Riz, bro.
I will say, I never.
You will have to watch the start of the stream to get the joke.
I will say, I never really considered any of the FNAF characters, like any of the main FNAF characters, as particularly gay. William got some vibes going on, and I'm almost entirely sure that Michael is definitely not straight somehow. I mean, the way they treat him and Jeremy in the book is crazy. Hasn't dated a woman in 10 years. Gets puppy dog eyes from Jeremy once and immediately goes to get him a shake. while the person he's trying to get the shake from, some lady, he's too dense to even notice she's flirting with him. Just saying.
Oh, I was not dense. I wanted the attention of Jeremy instead.
Right, I did. Like everyone's like, "Oh, I ship Vanessa and Michael." Man, I don't think Michael's into women.
Oh wait, this is Michael. Okay, wrong character. Oh yes, Jeremy. What nice eyes you have.
Michael Schmidt from movie, arguably, Afton comes down to opinion. But.
Right. Anyway, you won't need to worry about your overbearing strength anymore. Not that you used it at all to begin with. We could have seen you use it at least once in this episode before I took it away from you, but never mind.
No, Elizabeth,
Although
he's talking like a vampire because he was inspired by his favorite show, The Immortal and the Restless.
I am both of those things. I cannot die, nor do I sleep ever. I identify immensely with this show.
It's funny you say that, man. Imagine if that title was, because it could technically work still for like Vlad and Clara, but also it would be kind of amazing if that was really just indicative of like if it's about the lovers, then really it's just because William only loves himself.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be clever. Don't know if that's what happened. Probably wasn't. But
Two lovers kept from one another. A war divides their people.
I identify as Vlad from Immortal and the Restless. My pronouns are that is not my baby.
That is not my baby.
The baby isn't mine. All separate. I'm gonna get cancelled on Twitter.
It's okay. It's no worse than using Fae, which is a species.
Bro.
Oh, I thought you meant like there was a social media called Fae or something.
No, it's I'm fine with neopronouns. Just not necessarily Fae in particular, because it's a species. It's what fairies are based off of.
Yeah, what's the possessive of that form? Fem.
No, it's
wait.
Fae is technically short for fairies, so
that doesn't answer my question.
One time in someone's Discord bio, I saw their pronouns were listed as like wolf, self, and I was like, how do you use that in a sentence?
it's like
at one point Nova requested that I put like his pronouns as other/none on Discord, and I was like, okay, well, other will only work in this case for, you know, if people know the full list in this one server and nowhere else, and then none as well. just want to like use like your full name every single time, and now it goes by he him, but like at the time.
Well, I mean, some people do just use their name, and that's fine. That's not like anything too crazy. It just gets odd to me whenever it's a species. You know, because like grammatically speaking, like that's not a because like that's not a pronoun. You know.
As far as I understand as well, Fae is also not just a species, it's also a category as well.
Yeah. Well,
yes,
species is kind of ways a category, but
I identify as Animalia.
Actually, Fae is technically a category for two subcategories, which is two types of Fae. So,
of course, I'm sure that Ghosty has cataloged this in Monster Compendium. Anyway, where did I get to with this? Oh yeah, you shouldn't face anything other than that, but we'll see. Stay tuned for the next time. Don't forget to press the bell notifications. Father, what do you mean?
First jump scare of the video.
Get the hell out of me.
Big jump scare. Wouldn't be FNAF without it.
The one person with face cam wasn't jump scared. What a great FNAF stream this is.
Yeah.
Mikey? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mikey.
I want Leo.
Leo.
Yeah, maybe Donnie.
Not Raphael. Not interested.
I already have Raphael behind me. He's actually wait, no, he should have been Raphael again. He's Freddy, but no,
I'm just imagining like I'm just imagining like the actual like full scale Raphael just looming behind you in the shadows, ready to strike. Anyway,
it's Mirage Raphael, so he's actually willing to just kill somebody.
I don't understand.
That's Elizabeth.
Well,
What should I do?
Are you Elizabeth?
Maybe I am. No, go on, do it.
I don't understand.
No,
what
that's
should I
Raphael.
do? It is, yeah.
I don't understand. What
Who's
should
Raphael
I do?
again? I know he's a turtle. The turtles.
Yeah, their answer.
Yeah, wait, what?
You just answered your own question.
Anyways,
hello.
He's a Ninja Turtle.
Hello,
Is he-
mate.
No, I know I don't
He's,
usually do series.
Or
I
it's
don't
all
do
like his
series.
bandana color.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, he's just a turtle.
My head just erupted with ideas. Actually, this episode alone in just 2 days. It shows a little. You know, finishing a gacha video quickly is not as big a flex as but finishing a gacha video quickly is not as big a flex as a lot of people think it is. Probably because I favorite Michael. I mean, Michael is your favorite. Where did the grammar go? What? Anyway, anywho, there's way more drama to be unleashed, so I'll leave you guys to theories and yeah! That's already happened, by the way. We're not going to theorize about this because the comments already done that. By which I mean the comments on the original video, not like on this one. There you go. Okay, well, that was Outburst. I'm guessing the Outburst might have referred to maybe the bit with Michael and I guess insane Michael. Which, you know, whoever had the Outburst with each other. Well, Bond didn't do this exactly. So
Bond does everything.
Although I guess Bond did, go into the idea of like going inside the characters' heads, but it was very much two souls battling each other rather than two different personalities. Unless you count like the virus and the anomalies as kind of connected. If that is the case, then Bond still did it better. But like in general, as a series execution of a FNAF adaptation, yes, Bond did it better. Because this one barely had any movement whatsoever, probably to account for the details in the artistry. It's interesting because again, like I said before, sometimes you can tell with certain gacha YouTubers they put all their focus into specific areas of production and then completely ignore others. Like I'm sure that we do this too, and we just don't quite realize what areas we're sort of lacking in. It's like back in the day when Quadzy told me that I wasn't doing so much in terms of facial expressions on gacha characters, and I've since made a point to refine that. But like that's going to happen regardless sometimes. But it does kind of draw people's attention where something like, well, why is the wall caving in on itself? Why are there just random things strewn on the floor? Why do the characters just never seem to walk until later in the video? They do start to walk later in the video. Why are some sound effects there but not others? It feels like this. Yeah, you can tell when Shadow Glitch says, "Oh, hey, I made this in 2 days." Yeah, of course. If you make something in only 2 days, then you're going to end up missing a lot of stuff just by very nature of how this things work. So
I'll say again, for 2 days, this is quite good. I do wonder what you can do if you gave yourself time.
Exactly. I mean, the ideas themselves don't have to go anywhere. I mean, if you have
even an extra
script,
2 days, I bet would make a world of differences if this is what you can make.
Yes, probably. But I'm saying is that even if you have an extra script, because like what I'm seeing like in the comments was that in the description it said that they were on episode 3 already, which kind of says to me like, oh, I bring with ideas and make all this immediately. So before I forget, again, you can just have that in the script and keep those there for however long you need. And I've lost connection and I'm back again. But yeah, keep it in the script for how long you need. And
Scenaris has a mind map feature where you can just make a big old diagram of random ideas and categories if you want. I use it quite frequently for planning.
There is also that, but again, yeah, what I mean specifically is like if you just want to outline the episodes immediately, and not keep everything in the planning phase, which again, one way or the other you can do, then yeah, just go ahead and write that down, and you can like Google Docs will keep the document for however long you have the storage for. So
Scenaris is
pretty
a
much
dedicated screenwriting app.
So there you go. There's two options right there. So
salute Scenarist.
Great, fantastic. We got the idea. So but yeah, just do just anything of that nature, so you don't have to immediately jump straight to the gacha thing and then have the work end up suffering as a result, and then being compared to another version that actually took its time and to far better results. So yeah.
All right, calm down there, Josh. We know you're still here.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess again, what else have I not said? Yeah, the
no
teeth
need to
being
be freaking out
purple
there,
is
William.
indicative of their health. Who was talking is very difficult to tell. The details and like the poor lighting was a double-edged sword because it makes sense for the setting, but it also does not help when you can't tell who on earth is talking, especially if they're labeled the exact same way as each other. That does not do anyone any favors, least of all the audience. I regret joining a slap young me for what she was. I'm glad she didn't watch this, but she still watched the other series on Shadow's channel.
Real.
So yeah, I guess from what I'm understanding, the other series on Shadow's channel, even though Shadow said they don't normally do series, those other ones hold up more, is what I'm hearing.
They're like they did more like skits back in the day.
Oh, okay, so that's what I'm referring to.
I sound old. Back in my day.
Emily, you are literally
my day. Afma had a soul.
You are the biggest gacha veteran out of all of us, so that's going to happen regardless.
Oh, don't remind me.
Back in my day, I watched Aviator Gaiman doing his space time travel series that I can't remember the name of, so I can never revisit that memory.
Why not just look it up on his channel?
Oh, I tried.
Okay. It might have been a machinima partnership, actually. I did hear about that. Anyway, yeah, but I watched a bit of Aviator Gaming's newlyweds videos. You know, the one that got into hot water with Jason specifically.
I do recall this, yes.
Yeah, that was before I started watching Afton, so I had no idea that was even going down. Oh well. Reminiscence aside, another thing I was actually going to watch today was actually a very, very old gacha series. Like the first one to properly blow up was, that one Mute Girl, and I was going to go back to that one. And I thought, well, maybe this one, but actually, no, I promised to do this one. So let's. Is that
the one where the thumbnail?
FNAF.
The thumbnail is a girl that has a hood on her head, and then she has a little like thing over her mouth, and it has her mouth, and it has an X on it.
It could be, but I don't remember that specifically. I just looked up one a while ago, so I don't know.
Okay.
Don't think so, but
yeah,
could have been. Oh well, that one's on the list anyway. I think I also downloaded it before I changed my mind in the last second. So there you go. All right, I'm gonna head off now. I had some food already, but I'm still hungry, so I'm gonna get a little bit more and then head off to bed unless I decide to use World Edit a bit more for the Butter Bunch project. Anyway, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Subscribe to us already. And on that note, until next time.